All right, so once again, I'm live coming back on this what they call it, I guess Memorial Day or whatever the hell they call this thing, right? I got some very good tricks and treats. Matter of fact, always fitting. I heard that Bill Walton, used to play for the Celtics, died today.
Right.
Memorial Day. One time I think they had a game by the Boston Celtics. Matter of fact, the Boston Celtics went to the NBA Finals tonight. They had a game called the Memorial Day Massacre. One time. So it's mighty fitting that that Bill Walton dies on Memorial Day at the age of 71. Went to UCLA. A lot of things going on. Matter of fact, come to think about it, if we can decide some new out, the Celtics won 105 to 102. That's 3. And the Pacers didn't score for the last 3 minutes of the game, which is 3:33.
They play a lot, DJ. It's a lot of games, man.
Yeah. I like, come on, man. They just throwing this thing out there all in your face, man. They ain't even hiding no more.
But see, it takes guys like us to spot it out. You know.
I mean, I just laugh at it because they're getting so obvious now. If they weren't so obvious with it, like, no, wait a minute. Got a thing to talk about. Gayle King shoots her shot at Lenny Kravitz.
Well, should you? Oh, I seen that. Wait, somebody said. Wait. I seen somebody. I seen it on. Oh man, I seen this somewhere. What the fuck? Doesn't she already got a? Doesn't she have a husband? What the fuck?
Ain't got no husband, man.
She over here trying to. Damn, she like 80 years old, man. Trying to. I mean, like 10 years ago, she looked pretty good, man. I ain't gonna lie. Where it's like now it's like she's just too old, you know. She's a little too old. Like, you know, she's way too old. Yeah, she needs to just. She needs to give it up, man, and really, like, you know, and just embrace her being 7 years. However old she is.
What's up, Chak?
Chak, what up? Salute. You're on mute.
Peace. What's the word, man?
What up, man?
Yeah, buddy.
So I decided to show my face, man. I haven't been on here, show my face on here in a while, man. I had to cut my hair, you know what I'm saying?
I'm in darkness, nigga. I'm sitting back chilling like a villain.
That's what's up.
Yeah. What's been up with it?
All right, so y'all, let's be like, you know, I know back in the day, R. Kelly had a song called "I'm a Flirt," right? Okay. So let's play this.
I remember that song, too.
Country health officials we head into the summer months.
ABC Action News reporter Larissa Scott spoke to local doctors about this. She joins us right now in the studio, breaking down what you need to know about it. Hey, Larissa.
Hey, good morning, James and Dia. Experts tell me they're watching these variants to see if they could spark a new summer wave of cases.
We know there's a new variant.
Flirt variants make up a new group of COVID-19 mutations that are offshoots of the JN.1 variant, which has been the dominant strain in the U.S. for months, all part of the larger Omicron family.
That name just came from a chance, you know, it's just some amino acid changes where the mutations fit. Your F became L and your R became T. And it just led itself to becoming flirt.
Health experts say these mutations aren't surprising and have told us we'll likely continue to see them, even if COVID-19 doesn't seem as prevalent.
It hasn't gone away. and it's not going to. It's going to continue to mutate to stay active.
Health officials are closely tracking these new flirt variants because right now, COVID-19 levels are some of the lowest they've been in the U.S. since the start of the pandemic.
But we haven't seen the uptick, so there's no wave happening yet.
But that could change as this new group of mutations might threaten that. Experts believe it's possible they could be responsible for some kind of spike this summer, although they're not sure exactly how big it will be.
I won't be surprised if we see a bit of a bump in the cases during the summer.
According to the latest CDC data, one of the flirt variants, KP.2, is already making up more than a quarter of cases in the country. Now, this comes at a time of year when vaccine advisors work to fine-tune the new COVID-19 booster shot for the fall. The FDA has postponed its May meeting to wait and see which of the flirt variants should be included in the formula before it's finalized.
The vaccine is easy to actually change. And so if it turns out that this actually does become a major player, the vaccines, and especially what we do in the fall, can actually answer that, and it can change along with the variants that are coming out.
And it's been several months since people got their last booster shot. Some studies show these flirt mutations could be more contagious. So doctors say you should test yourself if you notice any COVID-19.
That was an advertise. That was
So this one is
that was a
called
plug. That was an advertise. That was a plug. She just plugged.
the flirt variant. That's what it's called.
You get what I just said? She just plugged. That was a plug right there.
Hey, look.
Go get your shot. Go get
Always
tested.
listen to what they saying, Frank. Always listen to what they say.
But see, why are they naming it that though? See, I mean, we don't. Why would you name it something like that? Is it supposed to be serious? I don't know. They're flirting with some bullshit. They're flirting with disaster. That's what flirting with death.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are sick, man. If y'all don't get it, man, if people don't understand it by now, man, don't get that these people are playing us, man. I don't know, man. The joke's on you.
Look,
that's how I look at it.
It's so crazy, man, because I'm like, I mean, come on, man. All right, so I'm going to show you something else. You heard him talking about boosters, right? Pfizer profits. Watch this. See, I always go to the real deal, man. I forget all the bullshit. See, y'all people getting into the bullshit. Oh shit. No. I gotta find it. I might have to go back there on my Facebook page to find this one. So look, I tell you what. Well, actually, I can't find it on here. But anyway, let's make it like this, man. Pfizer has made enormous profit from their turbo cancer thing they had. So that's all you got to do is just know Pfizer. You Google it, pull it up, whatever you want to do, and it'll come up. You can find it. They made a lot of profit off that. So let's put it like that. I ain't really trying to get into, too much of it because that's a little bit of stuff to reading. And I got a couple of things I got to skim to, on here today. So y'all thought this was a conspiracy theory, didn't you? Watch this. Watch this, Frank. Indonesia. Y'all thought this was a conspiracy theory, didn't you? And it might not have been Indonesia. I gotta go to my Facebook page to get it there. Oh, here it is. I found it. You see this article right here? Watch this. Indonesia is seeding clouds to block rain after deadly flooding. This article was about Associated Press, May 16, 2024. So Indonesians started to see the clouds on Wednesday, trying to prevent further rain and flash floods after delusions that hit Summer Island over the weekend left at least 6-7 people dead and another 20 missing. So for all y'all that thought conspiracy theories were, I guess.
Power through every season.
I
With
guess y'all thought the
Fuel,
clouds
the precision-engineered fuel for outdoor power equipment. With True Fuel.
I told you, Shaq, Frank, this stuff exists. You just gotta just find it. It does exist, man. So, Frank, there you go, Operation Popeye, what you talked about, right?
Man, that's what they were doing in Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? Using that shit on the motherfuckers.
Well, they're doing it here too. All right, I'm gonna show you something else. All right, who drink Heineken out there?
Uh-oh, damn.
I don't know if you drink Heineken.
I
Watch
used
this,
to, man. Right.
Well, don't drink it. Don't drink it now. Who is that right there, Frank? That's Bill Gates. Bought Heineken steak.
Bill Gates?
Despite saying he's not a beer drinker. Yep. Bought a freaking Dutch drinks, giant Heineken, holding all to say he's not a big beer drinker. So there you go. So what I'm saying, Bill Gates got his hand in everything. Ain't that something, Frank?
No, that's.
You thought Bill Gates didn't have his hands in the alcohol business too?
And then they letting these people poison us. They're letting them borrow these houses. You know what I mean? Buy us out, buy all these houses to where, people can't buy affordable houses, and to where, they can buy the houses and they renting them out for Airbnbs. And I don't know, they just let these people do them and BlackRock and them. They let them, and Bill Gates, and they just let them do whatever they want, man. It's just all about being bought out. That's what all the so-called.
You should ask that for you go back. It's a secret because Queen Victoria was a man. I mean, y'all knew that. Okay? That's why it's secret. If I'm a man posing as a queen, I got to wear women's drawers. That's what the secret is about. And you older folks, you remember that King Cole? Lisa. Do you know they just found out 15 years ago that was Da Vinci? He was a drag queen. How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that? Huh? I don't see. Yeah, you knew it, huh? See that? He was a drag queen. And Nat Cole didn't know he sang into a man. You ever been to Victoria's Secret? Victoria's Secret? Have you asked where you buy your drawers? Why is it a secret? You should ask that before you go back. Huh? It's a secret because Queen Victoria was a man.
Oh, that Dick Gregory, he was telling you that Queen Victoria was a man. What do you think about that, Frank?
I ain't surprised, man. Caesar Borgia and with that thing, a crafted image of Jesus, all that shit is fake, and you know what I'm saying, and plagiarized, and that shit is bullshit. I ain't surprised,
All right, I'm gonna show you this one right here, man, because I want to show you this. You're gonna love this now. This is even worse. So Pride Month is coming up. I just want y'all to be ready for all the hate that they're gonna be giving y'all this year. Watch this.
doing donuts, damaging the Progressive Pride street mural.
Just after 2:40 Wednesday morning, a vehicle is caught on a security camera doing donuts, damaging a Pride mural on Central Avenue in St. Petersburg. Tire marks still visible on the street.
My reaction is disappointment, not surprise. I think anytime we're in a situation where we have public displays of pride, our authentic selves, people are going to have a reaction to it.
Dr. Byron Green Collish is president of St. Pete Pride. He feels someone targeted the mural. He says the mural is visual representation that everyone is welcomed here.
The mural is really a public love letter to the residents of St. Pete, being able to collaborate with the city and other pride organizations here in the city really feels like love and home.
St. Pete police say over the past week, 2 different vehicles have left tire marks on the mural.
All right, guys. So we got to talk about one of these stories that I cover every once in a blue moon, because it seems as if this is something that happens quite a bit in these liberal cities that are dead set on virtue signaling their wokeness in ways that, in my opinion, really don't make sense. Like, for example, when you put a pride display or a BLM display on a street, okay, like on the pavement, right? They create some crosswalk that has BLM symbols or, you know, pride symbols or whatever. They put it on a crosswalk, is on the pavement. People walk over it, people drive on it, and then they want to act shocked, Pikachu face, when somebody drives aggressively on the mural or the work of art that they put on the pavement. Again, it just makes no sense whatsoever. But here we are. You have the residents of St. Pete, Florida, boohoo, whining, and crying, hate crime and bigotry, because some people decided to do donuts and to accelerate on the pride flag mural. Take a look.
Right now, police in St. Pete are working to find out who is responsible for damaging this right here. This is the Progressive Pride Street mural on Central Avenue. Both incidents were caught on camera. And 10 Tampa Bay's Miranda Parnell spoke to a leader from St. Pete Pride who says the LGBTQ community remains resilient in the face of hate.
Mural designed to represent love and inclusion.
Central Avenue has been the home of pride.
Damaged twice within 5 days as St. Pete gears up for the largest pride celebration in the state of Florida.
And we recognize that this is still a fight every single day. And it's moments like these that remind people that, yes, we live in a beautifully inclusive city, but everybody doesn't feel that way.
St. Pete police say a truck quickly accelerated through the intersection with a blue car just days later doing donuts in the same spot, both leaving tire marks on the mural meant to promote love. Reps from St. Pete Pride say acts like these are an example of why it's important to look at the rhetoric used when discussing the LGBTQ community.
How we talk about queer people in general leads to these small acts that escalate.
All of this happening days after the State Department issued a worldwide alert warning LGBTQ citizens of increased potential for violence against them.
Vandalism is a small thing, or we view it as a small thing, but we recognize that it grows.
The St. Pete Pride is already working alongside St. Pete Police to ensure safety as events for Pride Month kick off next week.
Violence continues to persist, but St. Pete Pride has done an amazing job of leaning into security measures to make sure that every threat is being addressed.
And as police search for who's responsible, the city says they plan to have the mural restored in time for Pride Month festivities.
Us living our lives doesn't take away anything from you living your lives. And I really do pray that they find the peace that they're looking for.
In St. Pete, Miranda Parnell, 10 Tampa Bay.
And St. Pete police say vandalism of the mural is considered a criminal mischief felony. Leaders say it will cost the city of St. Pete $1,100 to restore the artwork. They don't believe the two incidents are related.
What do you think about that, Shaq? Frank?
I mean, can't you just power wash it? Not trying to be funny or nothing, but can't you just like power wash that shit out? It's just tire tracks, right? I don't get it.
Well, they won't charge with a hate crime, so.
Damn, that's crazy, dog. So what about if you do donuts that it doesn't have a big old pride rainbow flag thing in the middle of the street? If you just do donuts on a regular street, is that a felony too? That's crazy, bro. They be tripping, man. I don't know, man. But isn't that in Florida, dude? That was in Florida, right? St. Petersburg, Florida, right? I mean, it's like the motherfuckers ain't having that shit out there in Florida, dude. Certain motherfuckers, that's good. You know what I mean? Even though it's probably like a liberal city or I don't know, pocket or whatever, but you ain't having that shit out there, man.
I mean, well, that's my thing. Well, let me tell you what they're trying to do here.
Do you really want to make
Y'all
your
never
holiday
know y'all
special?
was on
Tanzania
college
has got
graduation.
so much to offer.
Here we go.
From the famous
Back to the
Serengeti.
snap.
Joining us right now is Congresswoman Virginia Fox. She chairs the Committee on Education and Workforce and will lead the hearing. Good morning to you. Tell us what you're hoping to get at, and frankly, what changes you're anticipating may come.
Well, what we're hoping to get at is a change in attitude and behavior on these campuses where the presidents take seriously the threats against the Jewish students. The Jewish students are being intimidated, harassed, threatened, and assaulted. And that's not acceptable on campuses in the United States. So we want them to take seriously what has been happening and see that changes are made. Students should always feel safe on the university campuses.
Are you prepared to withhold federal funds? Do you see that as a true possibility?
There is a true possibility of federal funds being withheld, but we have to continue our investigation and we want to see action. These presidents can solve this problem if they will take the appropriate action and make sure that the harassment, the assaults, and all the other negative things that are happening on their campuses stop. We just want to return to a time when students can feel safe on their campuses.
What is your sense of how we got to this place, and why do you think that campus presidents and college presidents have not acted as swiftly as I think you and so many others would like them to?
Well, I think we got to this place after the October 7th attacks by Hamas on Israel, that there were, if you want to say it, people waiting to bring forth these protests. And so we saw them spring up, what seemed to be spontaneously across these campuses. And we want to see, again, a return to the normal behavior. Although we know from our investigation that there has been harassment and there has been intimidation of Jewish students going on for a long time. We have reports going back as far as 2016 of things happening on campus that shouldn't have happened, and those things being reported to the presidents. What we found out from all of these presidents is that they have lousy processes on their campuses for stopping bad behavior. They have convoluted appeals processes, different groups of people that handle bad behavior, and they all know that they have to make changes in their systems, and they're all saying that they will do that. I meet with each one of them ahead of time at their request, and I am able to talk through a few things with them at that time, and they all tell me that they're unprepared for what happened, and they have to do better.
We have seen a number of the college presidents who have been called before you to this point who have basically lost their jobs, been forced out because of subpar performance and answers that they've given in front of some of these in their testimony in front of some of these committees. Why these three in particular? And I'm asking as a Rutgers graduate, do you think these three presidents belong on the hot seat?
Well, yes, we think they belong on the hot seat because, as I said, there have been reports for years of bad behavior on these campuses that have not been dealt with by the presidents, by the administration. And so our letters out there to the presidents, you can read them, and we outline behaviors that have occurred. Students being harassed, students being assaulted, students being intimidated, even faculty, and they've done nothing. And so, yes, they deserve to be brought in and for Congress to do its job as oversight. Taxpayer dollars, billions of taxpayer dollars are going to these institutions, and we're basically funding terrorism, intimidation, harassment. Taxpayers don't want that to be happening on the campuses. They want accountability from these presidents, and that's
What do you think about that?
We've been saying this. I'm telling you, they're about to get, they're getting what they want to get. They already got the little anti-Semitic. Was it?
Notice that woman ain't no Democrat. She a Republican.
I don't think it matters, man. They both are.
Yep.
That's how you know. Look, this is the prerequisites to do for you to know. You know what I'm saying? How, if these people are bought and paid for, where they stand. If they support any kind of, you know what, people from, you know what, any kind of creed people or any kind of creed organization, then they're bought and paid for. And you know what? You notice it's a Republican and Democrat doing it. It don't matter. Y'all notice that? Like, damn, this shit doesn't look good, bro. It looks kind of bad.
I'm gonna let this play for a little bit. I gotta talk about the Traveling Circus in a second. Coming to the clown show in a minute.
Literally moving people to the polls, galvanizing their interests.
She actually had the nerve to form her lips to say that when Doug Jones was running for the Senate,
this is dope right here.
That went and helped him get elected. Yeah, and we told you when Doug Jones got elected, he didn't say one piddling word about black people. Oh, they were trying to position him as if, oh, Doug Jones, it was black women who really made the difference. Yeah, and what did he promise black women? Nothing. And what did he deliver for black women? Nothing. And what did Simone Sanders have to say about that? Nothing. And this is who Simone Sanders brags that Black Voters Matters got elected. People who are not going to do a doggone thing for black people, who ignore us. We put these clowns in office and then they show us their behinds. And Simone Sanders says, let's keep doing that. Yeah, because it's been working great for black people so far, hasn't it? This is what she brags about.
You do have sort of the legislative response to Black empowerment in this generation. And it's a very different type of empowerment than we saw in the 60s. It's a different narrative in different forms. But then you also have, you referenced that backlash within the community itself. And I give you Cardi B, who's very prominent and very well known, saying, well, you know what? I'm not voting in this presidential election. That belies the narrative. It takes the energy out of the story that you're telling about this emerging New South, the power of Black voices and votes pushing back up against the system. But then you have individuals within our community saying, I'm not voting. How do you reconcile that? And what do you say to the Cardi B's out there who are looking at this election and just sort of flaking out because one is old and the other's crazy?
Yeah, you give me Cardi B, I say, well, yeah, and you got Sexy Red, and you got a whole bunch of others to go along with that. At the end of the day, though, they do reflect a sentiment that's in some parts of our community, particularly the sentiment of, I don't know what's been done. I don't know if I'm going to vote. And so it's not something that we can just dismiss, right? It's something that we have to address. You ask me, what do I say? And what we say a lot of times when we see that in the communities, we say, you know what? I hear you. I feel you. I do this work every day. And there are days that I wake up and I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I'm feeling this, right? And so the first thing we do is to affirm that the frustration our folks are feeling is real, right? It's their lived experience, that it's not just something that's made up. But after we do that, now we're in a dialogue, right? Because we haven't just treated them like they're crazy or they're just lazy. Now we're in a dialogue and we can take the conversation forward to show them what exactly is at stake, to show them what exactly has been done, to show them why it is, how is this voting process connected to what it is that you want?
Oh, you can practically smell the desperation, can't you? All of that phony bravado and all of that fake arrogance that they had is totally gone. They're looking quite deflated, the bootlick class on white media cable nowadays, aren't they? Looking quite deflated indeed. So you have Black Voters Matter, who is a sock puppet group, by the way. I've told you about them on this channel numerous times before. They're a dummy front group for white DNC donors who want to finesse us into voting for nothing. And this very intersectional individual who they have in front of the camera sitting here talking about how great it is to vote for the Democrats, but he couldn't tell you why. This entire segment was practically written by the DNC. It's a pathetic and clumsy bit of political propaganda. They bring up Cardi B because they know the black grassroots has no respect for her. So they think that by claiming Cardi B is echoing our sentiments, that's supposed to make us drop our position and vote for Biden, or it's supposed to make the less informed out there think, ooh, Cardi B is saying the same thing that these black media folks are saying, you know, maybe they all is wrong. I just need to leave them all alone. And then hopefully some of them who don't pay so much attention, they'll be migrating away from what we're doing. That's what mentioning Cardi B was supposed to accomplish. She's an immigrant. On top of that, she's certainly not FBA. So by mentioning her, they think that it's going to muddy the waters. After all, does intelligent black society want to be associated with the trash bag heifer who made WAP? Now, in regards to this little talking point, keep in mind, this is the same Democratic Party who made Get Your Booty to the Polls. These are the people who apparently think that they're going to play on Cardi B's sordid reputation as a means to drive a wedge between each one of us. Make no mistake, this hit piece is a direct attack on the black grassroots. They might as well have said, don't listen to Tariq or Professor Black Truth or any of those other troublemakers online. That's what they should have said. Also, look at what Honey Bunch here said.
And so it's not something that we can just dismiss, right? It's something that we have to address. You ask me, what do I say? And what we say a lot of times when we see that in the communities, we say, you know what? I hear you. I feel you. I do this work every day. And there are days that I wake up when I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I'm feeling this, right? And so the first thing we do is to affirm that the frustration our folks are feeling is real, right? It's their lived experience, that it's not just something that's made up.
The first thing we need to do is to acknowledge their lived experience, that they're not making this up. Oh, how very different MSNBC now. Because it was back in the 2020 election that Joy Reid used her show as a platform to launch an attack against the black media. And just like with this MSNBC segment, Joy Reid was also using another one of these little sock puppet organizations propped up by a bunch of white shadow money. She was using one of them little groups. So this is what these guys do, the same doggone strategy, the same moves over and over again. Get some sock puppet organization paid for by white power and get their little flunky black person to get out there and attack us obliquely. And when Joy Reid launched her broadside against us, she was attacking everything we were saying, everything that we were talking about reparations, everything we were saying about black people getting tangibles or no vote. MSNBC was attacking it then. So this flies in the face of what the world they were doing just a few years ago. Oh, how the narrative has, they tried to ignore us. They tried to ignore us for many, many years. They thought that they were going to ignore us out of existence. But what they realize is their ability to just conjure magic, it don't work. They're not going to be able to do that hat trick. The old, we control the horizontal and the vertical. No, you don't. It's not a matter of if you just don't talk about us, we'll go away. Unlike Black Voters Matters, unlike Simone Sanders, the white media didn't create us. White power didn't create the black media or black empowerment. It didn't create the black grassroots. So it doesn't have the power to destroy us either. They can ignore us all they want, and they did. They spent many years ignoring us and taking little slick shots at us, but we didn't go away, and we're not going to. So when he sits here tending to be acknowledging what we're saying, yeah, this is coming after years of them thinking they would ignore what we were saying or misrepresent what we were saying or bury the truth under a mountain of lies. They tried to ignore us. Then they tried to say that our complaints and our grievances weren't happening. It was all a bunch of Russian bots. Yeah, it was Vladimir Putin who was talking about reparations. It wasn't us. That's what they were saying. How do you know that it's Russian disinformation if you see people talking about reparations? Joy Reid said that on her show. So that's what these guys were doing. They were saying that it wasn't our lived experience. Apparently, it was Vladimir Putin's lived experience. That's what they were saying just a few years ago. But since the narrative didn't take, and because they could not deflate or otherwise undermine our momentum, now they're having to pretend as if, oh, well, we're acknowledging that they're not making it up. Yeah, after years of claiming that we were. Or rather, after years of claiming that the Russians were making it up.
You know what? I hear you. I feel you. I do this work every day. And there are days that I wake up and I'm like, oh no, I'm feeling this, right?
He pretends to agree that we have a point and that he feels the same way we do. That's a rhetorical trick, by the way, used by sleazy salesmen in order to calm people. They told him, oh, I understand your objection. And, you know, I feel the same way if I were in your shoes. But here's why you should give us all your money for this crappy car. He's doing.
So that was basically them talking about, and I got to get to the clown, Nicki Minaj.
Wait, go to Biden. Go to
Amsterdam as well.
Hey, wait, go to Biden. Go to the part where you were talking about Biden real quick. Where you was talking about the police. Damn, he went in, dude. On all the money that COVID money. You should go play that real quick.
I had already snipped it off. Let me go back in it in a few.
Damn.
I try to get back to it when we close up.
Because I that COVID money.
7 minutes of it.
My bad. Oh, that COVID-19 money, dude.
Hey, Dawson.
So what he did, he allocated, like 19 million or something. I got a lot of money to the police and shit, right? And come to find out and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like why would you allocate all this money to the police and shit? And for them to, what are they doing? For them to still have that kind of reputation. You're not trying to offer any kind of, you know what I'm saying, punishment for them, but yet Joe Biden is full of, man, that dude is cold, bro. Why you misallocating funds to them for? It's like, what are you giving money to these people for? And then you misallocated it at that. It's like, that dude is. I don't like Joe Biden, man. I'm telling people about this dude.
Let's bring on something right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. What's the last plane you flew on? When you flew last time, what plane you flew on?
Damn, was it I think it was American. It was American.
If it's American, I'm glad you said it. I want you to hear this about American Airlines. Don't fly them after what I play for you on this.
They say that pedophiles may record your private parts when you go to the bathroom, and it's your responsibility to look out for it. That is their defense in this disgusting case where a flight attendant used his phone to record young girls as young as 9 in the bathroom. And American Airlines is arguing that those girls did not have reasonable expectation of privacy, and that it's their fault, and they should have known that someone was recording them. So here's what this pervert would do is lead these girls to first class and say, oh, you can use this toilet, but first let me wash my hands. And then he would say, oh, the seat's broken, but go ahead. And then put this little rigged device where he put a sticker here and a sign that says seat broken. And then the phone underneath is recording these young girls as they go to the bathroom. Now, the man and the airlines were both separately sued, and the airlines again filed their defense this week, saying that the 9-year-old girl who was one of the victims should have known better. 9 should have understand that a grown man in a position of authority told her to use this, and she should have known better and not pulled down her pants and used the bathroom. Watch for yourself and tell me what you think, and if you buy this, that it's the child's fault.
The family of that now 10-year-old Austin girl filed a lawsuit this week against the former flight attendant and American Airlines. This after the FBI told them their daughter may have been a victim. 37-year-old Estes Carter Thompson was arrested last month for allegedly using his cell phone to secretly record girls using restrooms on airplanes he worked on. The Department of Justice says Thompson guided girls to first-class restrooms, but before they entered, Thompson claimed he needed to wash his hands and that the toilet seat was broken. The DOJ alleges Thompson hid his iPhone behind stickers reading "seat broken."
You may never have the dentist chair again, thanks to this revolutionary piece of candy.
Painful, inflamed, receding gums, loose, sensitive, or decaying teeth, cavities, infections, even bad breath are all about to become things of the past. And no special toothbrush, no fancy toothpaste, and no visits to the dentist's torture chair are required, because renowned dental surgeon Dr. Drew Sutton just created a soft, delicious, strawberry-flavored candy that can repair your gums, strengthen
we don't know how many people he filmed. Like, we know there are 5 families involved in the current criminal proceedings, but that's just based on what the FBI learned from this phone. So who knows how many years he's been doing this? Who knows how many phones he has used?
Attorney Paul Llewellyn is representing the family of the Austin girl. He says the child was 9 years old when she was recorded in 23. It was a 14-year-old girl who raised allegations during a flight from Charlotte to Boston back in September and took this photo. Federal investigators confiscated Thompson's phone. The feds say his iCloud account recorded in a not respond to our request for comment, but in reporting about the criminal investigation. The carrier said Godwin on Good Day.
Yeah, Adventure Indiana in the chat says the flight attendant recording girls makes me boil. The airline response absolutely makes me explode. Hum says Pan says wood chipper.
Yeah.
That's how I would respond.
Okay. Oh, well, we're going to get the details on this, and you're going to get madder. So I've warning you about this because we're going to read the filing of what the 14-year-old girl did. So, I mean, obviously you can tell the difference between a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old. The 14-year-old at least knew this is not right, and she did something about it. The 9-year-old, who knows, right? How a 9-year-old responds to this. So let's just wait though, because even though American Airlines is cooperating with this, they're also defending themselves, which I'm just shocked that they would do. Why wouldn't you settle this? Why would you let us see? I mean, I don't understand that at all. But here's what their lawyers wrote in a filing. Any injuries or illnesses alleged to have been sustained by plaintiff Mary Doe was proximately caused by plaintiff's own fault and negligence, which proximately caused by plaintiff's use of the compromised laboratory, which she knew or should have known contained a visible and illuminated recording device. Yeah, stupid victim.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
You should know better, 9-year-old.
Toilet seat is broken, and there's a sticker on it from a flight
With a Sharpie.
With a Sharpie, flight attendant, like seat is broken. Like maybe there's a light that illuminates when you use the bathroom. You know, maybe when you flip on a light, there's a light here as well. How's a 9-year-old supposed to know that?
Right. When
American
a person
Airlines?
in a position of authority.
American Airlines, you should be absolutely
'cause-
ashamed of yourselves.
I mean, because as an adult, like if I was in a situation where
All right, now, Frank, this is some disgusting shit. Okay. Somebody's got their ass whipped. Let's just call it what it is, man. But, you know, what do you think about this, Frank? This wild, ain't it, man?
That shit is burnt, man. But it's like, so why fire him and do that to him, but not take accountability? That's weird. In American
Well,
Airlines,
the company, they got that's what you got defense lawyers for, man.
It's like she just said she's right. They
That's what
should
you
just
got
settle,
defense
bro. They might as well just settle. I don't understand. It would look better.
Now watch
It
this.
would've
I'm
been
gonna show you
better.
one more video.
Well,
It's
in New
even worse than
Jersey, a
that.
new bill will let the government sue people for making too many public records requests. So they call it harassing. They want to sue people who harass the government by asking for information. Now, the bill sponsor said this bill is only meant for bad actors who abuse the system by harassing the government, asking for transparency. Now, I'm going to show you the face of the biggest bad actor in New Jersey who was, in fact, sued for asking too many questions of her government in Irvington, New Jersey. This lady is a big problem, they say. The government did sue her. You're looking at 83-year-old Eloise McDaniel. The city of Irvington, New Jersey, sued her for making over 75 public records requests in 3 years. She's a retired school teacher, and she is very interested in keeping her government honest, and they did not like that. So they sued her after her, she's retired. She had a 31-year career in education. She was doing citizen journalism. Now, the mayor later said, well, I didn't actually ask to sue her. Maybe it was someone else. Who sued her? We don't really know. But she did, in fact, get sued because the city said that they were tired of responding to her, quote, voluminous OPRA requests that had been unduly burdensome, time-consuming, and expensive. Here's what she had to say about that.
I'm a homeowner. I pay taxes. So I think I am entitled to know how my hard-earned tax dollars are being spent.
Yeah, girl, I'm with you. I think you do too, but they think that that's a burden and you are a harasser. Now, the town did drop the lawsuit because it was on the news and it was a bad look, but they did not drop it until they sent an NBC reporter a threatening letter saying you're doing this bias story. We don't like it. And then when the free speech legal organization FIRE tried to get city records about the dealings with that reporter, they threatened to sue him too. So New Jersey just wants to sue everybody who pisses them off. City government. That's very Sopranos, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
You get in my way, you know, I'm going to make you a little offer you can't refuse, which is a long walk off a short pier. So now New Jersey against their residents. This is New Jersey Bill S2930. It already passed both chambers of Congress in New Jersey, but the governor has yet to sign it into law or say whether he will or not. So what it does is make changes to the Open Public Records Act, or OPRA. In essence, makes it harder for you to get records and easier for the government to tell you to F off when you make too many requests. It also gives the government the right to say that you are harassing them, and they can either make you go away or restrain you. Here is that bit of legislation. You can either pause it or don't believe me, so that the government says that you are making these requests, quote, for the purposes of harassing the public agency or to substantially interrupt government function. They can then issue a protective order, which is a lawsuit, to stop you. So you'll get a court order that says.
So Frank, what we got going on here is basically a bunch of people, bullies, telling you that you don't need to be questioned, make no questions, man. That's what
That's
looks going
crazy,
on,
man. Damn.
Hey man.
Wow.
So they brought up, she brought up education. So before it slipped my mind, I was reading about some things in Houston, Texas. This is a story called in Maryland middle school principal.
Step into Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises, and turn website layouts into a
Maryland middle school parents are preparing for a protest in hopes of keeping their principal. The incoming PTO president tells KPRC2 the principal was given an ultimatum this week: resign or be terminated. KPRC2's Rowan Belogan is live from the school with more on that ultimatum. Rowan.
Yeah, Bill, I understand that the principal here at Maryland shared with the staff about that ultimatum this week, but however, I'm being told he has yet to make a decision on what his next steps will be, and it's unclear what that timeline is. However, this all comes as the end of the school year is near and creating a wave of tension. And KPRC2 has confirmed that last month, several employees in the district were told their last day would be at the end of June. The district has yet to say how many employees would be affected, but said the job cuts process has been ongoing since January and would continue. At a press conference this week, Superintendent Mike Miles said the cuts comes as the district had to cut close to $450 million gap. Adding any removals they're making is based on data. Rochelle, president, said the principal shared the news with staff members past week.
Our teachers were told that if they resign, they might be eligible to be rehired in the district in the future. The principals were told that if they resign, they could get this specific package that they are actually contractually entitled to. It was no benefit. Resign or face termination.
Principals are on a pay for performance evaluation system. The core of that is data, instructional data, achievement data, action plan data, leadership data. So a lot of information on a teacher. On a principal.
And we understand the option there being resign or go before the board of managers here, who then decides their next steps. In a statement to KPRC2 this week, the school's district spokesperson said in the next several weeks, there will be figuring out what the employment will look like, adding, quotes, all staffing decisions made by HISD are to help ensure all students have access to high quality instruction every day. Logan, KPRC 2 News.
Maryland Middle School.
What do you think about,
Man, you know what's
that,
crazy?
man?
You know what's crazy? They laid off 200. They were trying to lay off 200 teachers out here in the Anaheim Union High School District just alone. 200 teachers.
All going on all over the country, bro. It's going on here in Virginia too. Ain't nothing new, but I got you.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what's going on. All right, time to come to the clown show.
Ukraine is getting all the money though, right? Ukraine and Israel straight.
All right, man. You know what time it is, man, right? It's time for the clown brigade now. You're coming to the clowns now. First clown on the list, Vivica A. Fox.
What's she talking about?
She want to get married at 60 years old.
Damn.
She looked way different too.
How come she just that plastic surgery ain't no joke to these females, man? They be on that.
Dating? Yeah. How's it? I'm wanting to date. Yeah. It's limited resources out there, right? Yes. Because I'm not getting on an app. Why? You're just not. I'm old fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen and stuff like that, because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are. Exactly. And
what are you looking for at this stage, this point?
A partner.
Yeah.
And when I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun. Yeah. That's not intimidated by who and what I am. Yeah. That likes to travel. Yeah. Going to let me go shopping. Yeah.
I feel like you.
Who was intimidated by Vivica Fox, fam?
Sound like you want to put me there.
Look, man.
What did he say, Shaq?
Yeah, that sound like a puppy. She describing
a puppy, a dog.
Yeah, she might be gonna get her a puppy.
Oh man, dude.
Woo,
Yeah, man.
boy. Man, I ain't even know this Vivica Fox when I saw this shit today, man. My boy told me this shit. I said Vivica Fox. She looked like a damn clone.
Hold on, let me zoom in. I can't even see it. Where's she at? Hold on, let me see.
She look weird.
Somebody that's fun and likes to travel.
She look weird.
Okay, let me see. All right. Man,
I
she
didn't
look like
even
a
know this was
one.
her, man.
And she look like what? Man, she look like a what? I ain't even gonna say what she look like. Like a diabetic Chinese woman.
All right.
Like a cyborg or something, huh?
Yeah. Gail King. Now let me come to Gail King because she on my clown list.
Damn.
Lenny Kravitz, because she told Lenny Kravitz, "Are you dating anybody?" And she said, "Do you want me to beat your ass?" Yeah.
What did he say? What did he say?
Man, you gotta see this shit, man.
Okay, she's ratchet. You know what I'm saying?
Wake up.
No, look, hold on, man.
No, I seen somebody put that in the caption.
Man,
I was dying.
Yeah, let me see it,
bro.
Nicki Minaj got arrested in Amsterdam for drugs.
With delicious O's and the taste of real honey. For big
For
smiles,
drugs.
little
I
smiles,
wonder what kind of drugs.
and good for the whole
Isn't
family
drugs legal out
smiles.
there though? Isn't drugs legal out there?
Can I beat her ass if she is? Oops, did I say that out loud?
Gayle King shoots her shot with Lenny Kravitz, and his reaction is priceless. During an interview with CBS Mornings, Gayle asks the musician about his love life, then drops a shocking question that leaves Lenny reeling.
Do you have a significant other in your life? And can I beat her ass if she is? Oops, did I say that out loud?
No. Did she?
Do you
Wow.
have? Do you have? And I'm nonviolent, Lenny Kravitz.
Gayle may be nonviolent,
Did
but
she
when the
just say
thirst
that,
is real,
dog?
anything can happen, apparently.
What the fuck?
As for whether or not Lenny is in a
What
serious
the
romance,
fuck,
he says,
bro?
Do you have a partner? Do you
Why
have
would she
love?
say that?
I'm just hoping.
Are you even looking?
It's hard not to look. You know, when you desire something, you know, you're looking for it, right? But I find that when
You ain't it, motherfucker.
is when you find it.
the 59-year-old also adds that he feels like he's in his absolute prime.
I'm at a place where I've said this for several
Are
years.
they about
I'm
the
ready,
same
I'm ready,
age?
I'm ready. I wasn't ready. I thought I was ready.
But now are you
But
ready?
I can say that I've never felt how I feel now.
And judging by his gym routine, it's no wonder he feels better than ever. But he gets his gains in style, as fans noted in this recent TikTok video, which showed Lenny working out in his signature leather pants. He later explained why he forgoes traditional workout clothes, telling Variety, always working out in leather pants or jeans and boots and whatever. If I'm not doing cardio. If I'm lifting weights, I don't
I
sweat
know
so
that
much.
nigga
He
balls
added,
stink.
a lot of times I'm coming from somewhere or I'm going somewhere.
Working on a leather pant. What's wrong with
I'm
this
gonna
dude?
hop in. I've got 45 minutes. We're gonna hit it, and I'm gonna go run.
He know what he
somewhere.
doing. Hey, look,
Do it
that
for
nigga
effect.
thirst
No,
trapping their
this is
ass.
me walking in off the street.
He thirst trapping.
Yeah, he third driver, yeah. He trying to, yeah, this dude.
Hey,
Trying to
man.
get out.
Man, it's some crazy shit, man. If she said, "Can I beat her ass?" I said, "Yeah."
They go crazy over Lenny Kravitz. Hey, look, these women go crazy over Lenny Kravitz, dog.
Why would she say that on air? You can say that on air like that?
Man.
I thought you could curse like that? Damn.
She passed menopause, man. She on her second wind, G, so her sex drive probably as high as a mug right now.
So that goes to show she
Here we
really
go.
talks
Here
like.
we go. Y'all talking about Nicki Minaj. Here we go.
That's how she really talk, though.
National Police has confirmed to
You do it.
ABC News that Nicki Minaj was arrested in Amsterdam Saturday afternoon. Minaj live streaming a 4.5-minute video of the incident on Instagram Live.
I'm not carrying drugs.
Okay, but I think it's.
I'm not
smart to
carrying
go
drugs.
inside.
Number one, when I came here,
Yeah.
the
Okay,
back.
you can go inside.
No, I'm not going in there. I need a lawyer present.
The 41-year-old rapper was stopped outside the airport as she was preparing to fly to Manchester, England for the next concert of her Pink Friday 2 tour. Authorities say marijuana pre-rolls were allegedly found in her luggage.
So I'm under arrest.
Yes.
But under arrest for what?
Okay, stop filming now.
I'm under arrest for what? Do you know what happened?
But weed is legal in Amsterdam,
When
though.
I came
You
here?
have to go inside.
That's weird.
What you said?
Can you please stop filming? Please just step in the car first.
No, I need a lawyer.
She eventually got into the vehicle and expressed concern about making her upcoming show. An official is heard telling her he would try to get her there as soon as possible. Minaj posting on both Instagram and X about the encounter, claiming it was an attempt to sabotage the remainder of her tour. The Manchester show has been postponed to Live Nation.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7.
Man, people taking a lot of L's right now,
Yeah, is
brother.
that stage?
I don't know the
kind
hell
of
going on right
what
this
is
place,
this?
man.
Was that kind of a psyop?
I
Or what
think
was that all
it's
about?
stage too, man.
They know
Like,
each other.
And it's like,
I think it was, man. I really think it
it's
was.
like, okay,
Yeah,
you
because
know,
she was on live the whole time. She was on
Right.
the whole time. So
they
it
didn't
probably
tell her to
was-
take the camera
I
down.
know,
They didn't tell her
right?
to stop recording. And then what was the drug? What drugs were they
I
talking?
know, right?
And
But
was
they
it
said it was some. They said it was some
marijuana
pre
pre-roll?
roll ups.
Man, that shit. But
Yeah,
see, the
pre-
thing is, that's how you know it's weird because that shit is in Amsterdam. That shit's legal, man. That shit's been legal before the United States.
It's probably legal, but it's probably not legal in the airport, dog. Any person in the airport, you come on.
True.
This
You know
morning, we
this
are
shit,
hearing from
man.
2 more Americans.
All right, here we go right
He
here.
had to pay a fine. They just made her pay a fine.
Americans who have been detained in Turks and Caicos after ammunition was found in their luggage. Now, 5 Americans face up to 12 years in prison in the Caribbean territory. None of them were found to be carrying any firearms. Chris Van Cleve was first to report on this story. He has the latest as the Americans fight for leniency together.
I never experienced nothing like that.
Fighting back tears, Sharita Greer still can't believe her surprise Mother's Day dream vacation with her daughter has turned into a nightmare.
So it was just so unreal to me. And all they kept saying was like, this is a serious charge. 12 years mandatory to prison. 12 years.
The Orlando grandmother was heading home when airport security in Turks and Caicos spotted 2 bullets lodged under a flap in her carry-on bag. You spent a few nights behind bars.
I did.
What was that experience like?
They chained me to a chair by my leg. It's cold, scared. It was awful. It was so awful. I couldn't sleep. No peace. A nightmare.
Greer is now the 5th American in recent months facing up to a potential 12-year mandatory prison sentence after ammo was allegedly found in their luggage as they were leaving Turks and Caicos. All 5 say they did not realize the ammo was in their bag.
I wake up every day thinking that it's going to make more sense to me, and it doesn't.
Ryan Watson, a father of 2 from Oklahoma, will be in court next week.
I can tell the kids are hurting. It's probably too much weight for an adult to bear, let alone a 7 and a 9-year-old.
The TSA acknowledges officers missed 4 rounds of hunting ammo in Watson's carry-on bag last month at the Oklahoma City airport. TSA Administrator David Pekoski.
How are you going to stop bullets from getting missed?
We're never going to be able to stop everything that we want to stop. So when we do have these misses, we take them very seriously and do everything we can to figure out why.
Now there is growing pressure on the tourist hotspot. 3 U.S. governors sent letters asking for leniency, and a congressional delegation just left the islands after meeting with top
all
leaders.
3 of them said the
They
same
were
thing.
very clear that, there's going to be times for discretion.
Oh, we don't know how it got in our
bullets, man.
And
Who just got bullets left around in their luggage and shit, yo, with no clip, no. Come on, man.
Friday, Pennsylvania father of 2 Brian Hegrich expects to be sentenced a possible.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of rounds? What kind of gun was it?
Hey, look.
And why? So are they trying to make money off that shit? Selling that?
Yeah,
shit
they is. And these dummies keep going to these goddamn countries. They ever seen locked up and brought? But see, the vanity, they want to go and go into these goddamn third world countries and just vacate all they want to, spend your money over there. And these motherfuckers, y'all keep getting locked up. Don't y'all see y'all targets, dummies?
Dummy.
But these niggas still gonna keep going because they vanity supersedes. You know what I'm saying? Their goddamn sanity. Fuck Turks and Caicos.
No, available.
That's what I say.
What the hell's going on over there, man?
Right.
People are so
Hell, you can go down South America and
But I
I
think-
wouldn't even fuck with Brazil either. They got them Yakuza down there and try your head.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Frank, hold on. You ain't tell me they had Asian bloods in California, man.
Hey, now look.
Right.
Well, look. Check this out. Well, check this out. Okay, shout out to brother Sean James. He posted a video earlier. And I want y'all to hear this. This is a girl.
Hold
Angela
on.
Talala.
Hold on. What you think about the niggas? I'm saying going over there in these incidents with these people, Americans keep getting locked up, man, abroad. You think that's a target?
Hey, man.
Targeted
You broke it down
for
already.
propaganda.
You broke it down. They stop going. Stop going.
Them motherfuckers ain't gonna stop going. They gonna keep
look,
they
man.
targets, man.
I want to travel, man. I want to be free and travel. Didn't the Little Fox just tell you that I want a man that can travel with me? I want a partner that can travel with me.
She said a partner. She didn't say no man. She said a partner. So that right there is devaluing the man right there. That's devaluing any dude that link up with him is a nut, and he getting anything he deserves because she didn't say she want a man, a husband. She said she want a partner.
I want a partner.
Man, get out of here. Well, you need to go to motherfucking labor. You need to go to labor ready then. Goddamn. Hey, Frank. You need to go to labor ready and get you a partner.
Hey, look, man. Let me play this video, man. Angela tell a lie.
Angela Rye with bread on the side.
They also dragged the shit out of me for being a Democratic shield. I think all I'm saying
Those
is,
people are nuts.
but I can't keep saying everybody's nuts.
They're
But
nuts
us.
if they're saying you're a shield for the Democrats. That's nuts.
But I think, Tiff, that's their perspective.
Yeah.
And I think
But
everything
you
that's
are
a
a
different
shield
perspective
for the
isn't
Democrats,
nuts.
dude. It
Like
ain't-
sometimes
it's not that
when
hard.
people
You want to come out when
whose
it's time
people
for
are
election
so
time.
hurt
Shit.
and damaged, they go and do the other extreme thing, and it is not okay, and it's
Agreed.
not cool, but it doesn't just happen politically.
Agreed.
And I think it is irresponsible. Like, fine, you guys didn't like the video, cool. That's not the point. If we're only talking to ourselves,
Correct.
that little bubble is going to continue to shrink until we suffocate. We can say that it needed to be a legitimate source. Had stuff to say say about when a Washington Post article came out about black people in Detroit now wanting to vote for Joe Biden and potentially voting for Donald Trump. When the uncommitted option came out, there were 100,000 plus people that voted uncommitted. This is a real issue.
In a state
so
that
if
we
people
lost by
take
8,000
issue with
votes.
how we
I don't
cover
think
it,
it's an issue.
like
How
then
is it a
find
real issue?
another
You know, it's a real
option.
issue
Even
is
if
black
Tiff,
people
you
not
think
getting
something is
shit.
nonsense, or
That's
Andrew, you think
the
I could have
voting.
found a better
That's the
source.
issue.
Let's find that instead of being like, oh, I'm
And
not
being
going to cover
stupid.
it. That's how we end
Agreed.
up losing engagement.
Now, Angela Rye was crying as she was on her new podcast that she was hosting with former CNN host Tiffany
He be
Cross
calm
and
about that
Andrew
shit,
Gillum.
too.
And Angela Rye was crying because
She is crying hard. She
But
is
see, the thing is,
crying
but
hard.
see, you know what? See,
Crying,
look, you know what? No, you know,
crying,
you know,
She
you know
acting,
what's,
man.
you know what make me
Acting,
tight?
though.
You know what make me tight and mad is the fact that so many these people brainwash so-called black people, men and women, to think that voting without any kind of agenda is cool. Like you're supposed to, like the routine, like it's supposed to just be voting and that's it. And if you don't vote, then something's wrong with you as a black person. You're not doing. It's some weird shit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? To keep people, so-called black people, stupid, ignorant. But it's sad that it's working, man. It should be working, dude. But a lot of more people are starting to wake up from this shit, man. Enough is enough. But but see the thing, you know what? I be tripping off all this stuff. Oh, who y'all vote for this person? It don't matter. The electoral college is gonna pick the motherfucker anyway. The electorals from these states pick the fucking electors.
Hey, folks. Poll.
Am I right?
Poll after poll shows
What
the
is she
same
talking
thing.
about,
This
though?
race is.
What is she crying about?
Look, is the person, is the president selected or not selected? So if the person's selected, what matters about the voting? Does that matter?
But I'm saying though, what's she crying about? Because they never talk about real issues though. They don't talk about the water that's in these these so-called
She's
melanated
saying that
black
y'all about to
neighborhoods.
vote for Trump. She's saying they about to vote for Trump, and they go into other extremes because the message is not getting out there, and they calling her a Democratic shield, and she said, "I'm not no Democratic shield." That's what she said.
Shit, you
She
push
said people going after her now. That's what she said.
These weird policies. Look at this presidency. Obama and this presidency alone said with a lot about these liberal Democrats, dude. What they got in store, it says a lot. Them two, them presidents in the past, 8 years or 6, 12 years, whatever the fuck, said a lot.
Wait a minute,
Well,
hold on, Frank. Watch this.
They are actually being.
I'm about to give you another one. Check. One of yours.
Yeah, they are actually being racist themselves by saying, "How you gonna tell them over one group of people that if they ain't black they can't vote for you, and then these other niggas telling you because you black you got to vote Democrat, and if you ain't voting Democrat then you ain't." Come on, man.
Just shut up and do what we tell you.
Look, the Republicans and conservatives don't got nothing for us anyway. They're not offering us shit. That's crazy, dude. They're trying to keep us on the Democrat side too, though. But then the conservatives want to clown and talk shit about what the Democrats not going to do for us. But at the same time, they're keeping us on that side by not
The
offering.
conservatives ain't gonna do shit for your black buddy either, man.
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't doing shit either. So all of it's a game.
Watch this. I want y'all to see this. Watch this now, because this one down there with you, Shaq. We were just talking about her earlier today.
Now, Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas, she's a member of the House Oversight Committee. Congresswoman Crockett, welcome back to the Saturday Show. You signed the letter calling for Justice Alito to recuse himself after news broke of the first flag.
Yeah.
Your reaction now that there's been a second flag?
Listen, we're not going to play with this. We know who Alito is. He's not trying to hide who he is. I mean, I know he tried to hide behind his wife during the first incident, but he has nothing to say about this second incident. You know, I had my little drama that happened in oversight. Unfortunately, what wasn't covered was that the court reform task force was rolled out the exact same week. And in that task force, we've got 3 major things that we're looking at. We're looking at, number 1, term limits. No more than 18 years. We're also looking at expanding the court because we know right now that we literally cannot trust these folk. And the last thing that we're looking at is making sure that there's some actual ethics reform. So we have 3 bills that we're pushing forward with. We're trying to educate the rest of our colleagues on it, and we're trying to hopefully get some movement in the House, and then, you know, we just pray about the Senate.
Okay, so this gets to something that House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said this week. He said, if the Supreme Court doesn't, quote, get its act under control, Congress should have an ethics code. But
man, I can't see over
is that going to take a new Congress and a new Congress with a Democratic majority to get those 3 bills you're talking about through?
Absolutely. I just don't think that we have the courage on the other side. Oddly enough, if we still had one of our Freedom Caucus members, Ken Buck, he may have actually joined in because he is a former prosecutor. So one of the issues that he had with dealing with the folk in the House is that he did not feel like there was a legal pathway to impeachment in the first place. And he felt as if his colleagues were diminishing the institution by playing games with trying to impeach the president by going out and impeaching Secretary Mayorkas and things like that. And so he, in my opinion, has a little bit more respect for the law. The rest of them, there may be some that respect the law, but they don't have the guts to stand up and do what's right.
Do you think Justice Alito, I've heard some people say that Justice Alito should be impeached. Would that go too far?
No. I don't think it would.
You don't think that would open a Pandora's box?
The box is already open, Jonathan. They just don't have control of the Senate as well as control of the White House, although the impeachment is just the Senate. But I don't think that we'll have the filibuster if the Republicans get a hold of the Senate again. You know, Democrats hide behind so many traditions, not laws, but traditions, even when we start talking about appointments to the courts. I mean, it's amazing that the president has been able to do what he's done. But guess what? We've got a ton of vacancies in the state of Texas, and we can't get them because of blue slips. Blue slips are a tradition. They are not law. And basically what we see in the South, where a lot of these terrible cases are coming from, is Republican senators say, no, you can't have any appointments in our state. We're going to hold on until a Republican is in. And then they decide to forum shop and send all their crazy cases to the crazy judges in the South, and then take it up through the Fifth Circuit, and then we know what happens when he gets to the Supreme Court.
Well, right, and that gets to what I was going to ask you, because it's not just the High Court, the Supreme Court that we're talking about. We're talking about folks needing to worry about those federal appointments. And you're alluding to this, but in your home state of Texas, it was a Trump-appointed federal judge who helped send abortion back to the Supreme Court in the mifepristone case.
Yeah, with no legal basis. I don't know how this guy made it to the court. He doesn't be intelligent. I'm not really sure. But the base is, we're talking about a case where there was no standing. And for those at home that don't understand, standing is like first grade for lawyers, right? Like, it's like, this is the first thing you learn. You somehow have to be harmed before you can go holler at the court, right? And so we're talking about people that literally have no stone. Like, I feel in this case been shut down immediately.
I love that. That's just genius. All right. So can we just go back and talk about the Supreme Court? Because I'm just wondering, does Supreme Court, does what's his name?
Alito.
Chief Justice. I'm sorry. The Chief Justice. Yes. Does Chief Justice John Roberts actually have control of this court?
I would argue that there's no control anytime MAGA is in the room. That's just the bottom line. And not Barrett did, along with Kavanaugh.
You might be telling the truth, but that's very unprofessional, though. Because if they start calling names, the Democratic names, and calling them, you know what I'm saying, the crime family, you know what I'm saying, when the crime family, you know what I'm saying, see them ad hominem them, so you open yourself up for other people to come in with ad hominem. MAGA, you call them MAGA.
True.
Oh, it's over with MAGA in the office. Oh, the Chief Justice. So you going to talk down on the Chief Justice. But come on, man. You got to be more professional than if you're trying to get some shit moving. But they always put these black females up here to talk this shit on you know, talk that talk.
Deliver at AI speed
Get them
with
nowhere.
Wix Studio. Platform for agencies and enterprises.
You ain't finna, one thing for sure, you're not finna beat them at their game. They way more slicker and tricky than me. They've been, these politics, they way more tricky and slicker, man. Like you said. She right about these traditions, what they consider is common law for them.
Now, let's talk about her for a second. She trademarking the shirt. I want y'all to hear this.
Wait, what happened? What'd you say?
God damn. Don't start it up now.
Back and forth kind of made the U.S. look a little bit bad. Gonna put it out there. How do you feel about that statement?
First of all, it's a false equivalency. Number one, she had multiple opportunities. Number one, she could have just not said it because it's against the rules, but she decided to do so anyway. Second of all, they said, hey, either you be kicked out or you apologize. Well, she decided she wasn't going to apologize, and the chairman then decided he also wasn't going to kick her out. And so I made sure that I still stayed within the rules. I did not say anything directly to her, and I posed a question. I didn't even use her name. I didn't even use her state. Now, a hit dog hollered, but I didn't do any of those things. And it was really more so to ask the question of our chairman, what type of hearings are you going to conduct? What type of precedents are you allowing to be made? And what are the parameters going to be going forward? I don't think that Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to change who she is. Because
I was going to say, has she learned her lesson? Has she learned her lesson?
No, not her. But the chairman may decide that it's not worthwhile to deal with all this heat. And instead, he may decide that he's going to control her when at least she's in his committee.
You had this epic line now. I heard that there are t-shirts. Are those your t-shirts or like did somebody else come in?
No, those are other people that are doing shirts. So we are doing shirts as
well. With the same slogan or?
Yes, because it's mine.
And you have trademarked it.
I have not trademarked it. We've submitted for a trademark for it.
Okay,
because we want to make sure that something good comes out of this.
So what do you say to the bootleggers?
Stop.
Okay.
Or if you're not stopping, even though we do have a trademark pending, so you may end up getting a cease and desist. If you're not going to stop, at least take the proceeds and actually send it to candidates. This is all about making sure that we can return the House to some semblance of normalcy, and we can actually do the work of the people. So stop trying to fill your pockets and help
our
out
government politics really is a whole.
So that's what this trademark is about. That's what I wanted to get you to fund a Democratic campaign. That's what I wanted to tell you.
That's what they do, Bernard. What are you talking about? Ain't that what they all do? That's what they do. No. That's what they've been doing. Trump been doing it. Trump been doing the same shit. Funding his campaign. Shoes he came out with. Everything he market and promote is funding. It's funding his legal issues in his campaign. That's what they do. They just find other ways to what they call recycle capital. Shit. They've been knowing how to do that.
About it.
Huh?
But I'm glad she asked about it, but here's the deal. I kind of look at it like this. The fact, you saw that thing when she was talking about the Supreme Court, what she was saying, they want the Supreme Court to have 18-year term limits, right? Well, that's fine. But y'all Congress people got to have a term limit too. Don't just talk about the Supreme Court. Y'all need to say
they have a term limit, dude.
Yeah, okay. She talking about the court. She ain't talking about herself now. Just be fooled. Pay attention.
These people sick, man.
See?
But they use these black women to do that. They use these black women, man. They use them to do all types of weird shit, like, and then. She's a shield too. This lady's a shield.
She supports Israel. She supports what else? Abortion. She talking about Memphis Princeton. She basically let you know that if you're not harmed, you shouldn't be dealing with it. So I'm like, this the game they running on us.
All
right. So I mean, it's interesting how they're doing this thing. I think it's very interesting. But she's been on all the news program the last couple of weeks. So I said, you know what? All right, look, guys, I gotta get to your buddy, the Crimson Cure, right?
Yeah, but
Chak, a couple of things. I mean, Frank.
This U.S. politics, man, has been a shit show, man. This U.S. politics has been a straight shit show.
Oh yeah.
Trump been a shit show. Biden, the whole administration been a shit show. And then all the people that they appointed, and these last two terms, you can say shit since Obama. Been a shit show. Really, this is disgusting. Really.
Here we go.
At Vistaprint, we print everything to show off your brand.
And this
So you can print it like Simon's Restaurant and outfit your whole team.
you know, it's not funny because somebody, you know, I'm not even going to. Y'all see what this says. 34-year-old woman dead, another in critical condition after undergoing liposuction procedure in a Somerville home, not a Somerville clinic, not a hospital.
Wow.
Right? Not a clinic or a hospital, but a home. So hopefully, you know, I'm going to play this clip. Hopefully, you know, YouTube lets it go back. Cause they don't be liking me to play news clips, but whatever. Here we go.
Is underway in Everett and Somerville. A law enforcement source tells the NBC 10 Boston investigators that it's all in connection to an alleged illegal liposuction operation.
So here's what we've learned so far. One person has died, another person was hospitalized, and we actually just received some brand new information in from authorities. Let's get to NBC 10's Laura Melendez. She's joining us live from Somerville. Lauren, catch us up to speed. What have you learned so far here?
This is just a horrific situation that seems to get worse the more we uncover things. And I want to clarify because it can get a little dicey. There are two victims here, one in Somerville. That woman is hospitalized. Everett police, they confirmed that it was in connection to illegal liposuction. But then we have a woman who died in Everett as a result of this. And now we know, again, there are multiple victims. 13-year-old Alan Blandone says his aunt got liposuction last week, an incredibly risky and life-threatening decision, according to a Newton board-certified plastic surgeon.
Everything from death, as you mentioned, to just mutilation, bad scarring, and organ impairment.
Alan's aunt is in the hospital now after he says she was the victim of an illegal surgery. Police wouldn't confirm what type of surgery it was, but we watched as they searched for clues about what happened. They uncovered a medley of bloody gauze and medical supplies in the trash.
We have a whole cabinet full of.
Now, I'm going to mute this right here because the one thing I don't like is calling these people victims. They act like these women was abducted and then brought to a strange facility, an unlicensed illegal facility, and then experimented on against their will. No. Y'all are running around here getting bad BBLs. It don't surprise me that who they're featuring are not Black women. Because they saying this is in Boston, right? But when I went down last year, I went to Florida, and the first thing I saw was a BBL, and it wasn't on a Black woman. It was on a Hispanic woman. And I have seen BBLs on some of everybody. So it's not exclusively a Black woman thing, these BBLs here. But I'm not even here to talk about whether they're Black or not. I'm here to talk about what is going on. Y'all, these BBLs killing y'all. And the thighs don't match like the thigh. Well. Turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all. Because these BBLs killing y'all. What's going on with y'all?
Thighs don't match.
Huh? Y'all going to homes. Y'all are going to everywhere. If you cannot afford an elective cosmetic surgery, which is what liposuction / BBLs are, okay? If you cannot afford an elective cosmetic surgery, you don't need it. You don't need to have that surgery.
Hold on, let me shout this out. Anybody want to call in 571-450-0773? All right, look. Let me say something about this, man. This is some sick crap. I'm just letting you know. I mean, Miss Dawson, she even put something up in Dubai. I'm not probably. I mean, it's just too wild. I mean, you know, the women going over to Dubai to get shitted on, you know, basically for money. Wild shit. Yeah. So it's wild. A lot of things going on here. But if you look at it, it is what it is, man. I will say this. She right, them BBLs is killing them women, matter of fact. I mean, hey, it's kind of wild. I would advise them to stop getting them. Chak called it vanity of insanity. I'm gonna start calling the low self-esteem industry. As a matter of fact, let's see. BBLs are a $1 billion business. Interesting. What do you think, man? You think it's a $1 billion business? It could be.
Yeah. By now, probably.
That didn't come up. But
you know, they be shaped funny too. Like when they get the BBL, they be looking funny. They be looking like wasps. You know, like how ant. You know how like an ant looks and shit. They be looking like that, like shaped weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like skinny legs.
Well, guess what? It's an article right here that say a BBL is the deadliest. I mean, it's a video that said the BBL is the deadliest cosmetic surgery, though. Wow. So let's see. Let's do some research here because I'm just curious, man. You know, sometimes you just get curious when you see this crazy stuff. You know what? I was at the basketball court today, Frank, and they got AEDs at the basketball court now. You ain't never seen AEDs just sitting right at the basketball court. That's a automatic defibrillator, you know. So they got them for your heart now at the basketball court.
Damn, what you think about that BBL shit, man? It's just like, but see, you know what's crazy thing about that? For the beauty or whatever, for the vanity, like Chak say, they're willing to, you know, with that procedure, there's a possibility you could die. But see, the thing is, how come these females are boycotting this, but they boycotting abortions, and they're boycotting, some of them are boycotting abortions on the grounds of, a lot of black mothers, you know what I'm saying, they be dying and stuff from, you know, births and stuff like that, and they be dying at birth and this and that. What about this? Why y'all not boycotting this? These people, there's a big chance that these people could die on an operating table. I don't understand. See, they're picking and choosing. See, they brainwash us so much. They tell us what to think. They tell us how to think. They tell us what to like. They tell us not what to like. We're so brainwashed by these people, man.
So let's look it up. I really need a woman on here to talk about this, but let's look it up. I really need a woman to talk about this, but I'm gonna just do my own research because, you know, I just say, look, sometimes, you know, talking to some women about this issue, they get all upset. You hate women. You're a misogynist. You're this. You're that. No, I just want to know what the hell going on with y'all. I really want to know what the fuck is going on in your head. That's what I want. I want to know what's in your damn head. Is it a box of rocks in there, or you just got that crazy? Which one is it? So, because I don't know what's going on. So this is from Richmond Plastic Surgery. So go figure. Okay, what is a BBL? The Brazilian butt lift, commonly referred to BBL as the most popular type of butt lift. While it's only recently gained popularity in the United States, the BBL has been around since the 1960s. It was invented by Ivo Petanguel, a Brazilian plastic surgeon from Rio de Janeiro. After founding the world's first plastic surgeon, he taught surgeons all the world how to perform this procedure. And stars like Jennifer Lopez rose to fame in the U.S., so did the BBL. Well, they tell me she got one too. The industry that once covered a large bust above all else slowly gravitated toward buttocks enhancement. Why is it so popular? A major factor in the rise of BBL popularity is the treatment method employed, while butt implants are always an option. That not as enticing as in a world that's increasingly facing importance on natural and organic looking results. Much like with breast augmentation, women are moving away from silicone implants and towards fat transfers. Yeah, okay. So, let's see. They give women the ability to increase the size of buttocks using fat cells from their own body. The fat usually comes from the midsection, causing an increase in buttocks and a simultaneous decrease in waist circumference. On top of that, the incisions made during the procedure are small, leaving little to no scarring. From an aesthetic perspective, the reward clearly outweighs the risk. Bullshit! That's bullshit right there. That's bullshit. See how you no, the reward don't outweigh the risk.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of enhanced backside? It's still the same old question remains. Why big butts is out? But like any conversation regarding it goes all back to science. Science claims in a natural attract to thin waist and bigger hips. These are ideal conditions for bearing children. Wide hips indicate that the birthing process is relatively incumbent and safe for the child. In addition, the studies show that mothers with larger buttocks tend to have smarter children. I don't know what that one right there. That might be some lie right there. All of these factors play into the male desire for women larger bodies, and this must spur the female desire to enhance this area. Now, this is some bullshit because some of these women BBLs don't got no children. This is some bullshit. And some of them ain't trans, don't have no more kids. This is a lie.
You see, so how come this is not false information? What's that called? What's that called? What they be saying? Misinformation? Why is that not that? You know what I'm saying? Whatever they feel or pick out as misinformation, that's misinformation, right? So this is just trying to coerce these females to get this shit. You know what I mean? And anyway,
what's the takeaway?
The thing is, it's like, I mean, it really is their ass. I don't understand the fact. And then the thing is too, you know what I mean? This right here, honestly, this is just pushing the females' insecurities even more, bro.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Making the female that much more insecure to be to be insecure over. You know what I'm saying? That another thing to be insecure over. It's sad, man, but this is the American culture right here that we live in.
Frank, you ready? Watch this. The takeaway from this article to restate the original question was BBL is similar to trend. We consider a rounded backside, natural life, and the look coveted by women worldwide. If BBL is a trend, it's one that is probably here to stay. Women will undergo the procedure, enjoy a more youthful, alluring silhouette, increased self-confidence, a wide array of wardrobe options. Well, so they tell you this is here to stay. So that's very interesting.
Wow. So
get ready for more bullshit. Okay. All right, so that's that. So let's pull up the eyelash industry. Since we've been talking about eyelashes. Come on, let's go. Let's go with it. Is it $1 billion business? Let's see what it is. Let's see. Oh, the eyelash industry as of April 4th, 2024, the eyelash industry is $1.6 billion and it is projected by 2034. It is expected to make US dollar of $3.3 billion. There you go right here. Global.
Wow.
Global false eyelashes. There you go right there. Right there. Right there. You look at it. Right there. Pull it up. Let me blow it up for you. Want to see it? There you go. That's how much it's supposed to make. So, out of money to be made down. It does have a thing on here. Risk of eye injuries is restricting consumers from incorporating eye beauty products in their fashion routine. Nevertheless, involving fashion trends, effective social media promotion are fueling sales of false eyelashes worldwide. I call it false advertising, but it's false eyelashes worldwide. So, just to let you know, Frank, the eyelash industry is booming. It's over $1 billion. Somebody making money. What do you think about this, Frank? Chak, what do you think about this?
The insecurities, man. They're making money off the insecurities, man.
A lot of money. Money to be made. And people getting played.
Bishop,
I'm not going to play the video.
My bad. What did Bishop say real quick? Taxpayers are also funding the genocide of the Palestinians, but that's not an issue. Damn.
Hey, man. Yep.
We can't even pick and choose where our tax money goes to and shit. That's crazy and shit. That's right. Isn't that robbery though?
Now, Hey man, it's called Robin Hood, man. They said they feeding the rich. Robin and Richard feed the poor. Unfortunately, somebody lying because I think everybody's the other way around. I know they robbing the hood, goddamn it. I know that for
Man, they robbing the hood. Damn.
as a matter of fact, I was telling Dawson and Shaq the other day, I don't know where all homeless people went in Richmond, Virginia. We used to have these tent cities up here sometimes, but they done gone away. I don't see homeless people unless they're on the corner or something now, but I don't see them like I used to. I don't know where they what did they euthanize them or something? I don't know where the hell they at. It's fine like tent cities and stuff. So, you know, you used to have a bunch of tents, but that's either here or there. I mean, I'm just letting you know. But I'm not gonna play the video, but Biden was at West Point. He talked to the military soldiers about, you know, well, I might play another day, but he talked to them about, you know, the rise in wars, Russia and all that stuff. He told them to clap for him. Why would you tell them to clap? If they want to clap for you, wouldn't they clap for you organically?
Right.
So just put it out there, man. A lot of things going on here. A lot of things going on. I'm just saying, man, people got to really get a hold of what the hell is going on around this place right now. I got a couple more minutes. I'm gonna get back to your video right quick. What is it, Professor Black Truth, right?
Oh yeah, dude. He broke that shit down, man. That part. Yeah, he broke that shit down, man. You know what I mean? That they altercated, man. I just think Joe Biden is just a piece of shit, man. He's just so full of shit.
As a matter of fact, they got George Floyd's family came out the other day and said they still want that George Floyd bill to be passed. Yeah, they came out and talked about it. I said, y'all still talking about that?
That shit ain't gonna pass, man. Come on, man. Why would you say that at the end of the term? Why would you say that at the end of the term? Say that could be all political too, though. That shit could be some bullshit. That could be paid them to come out. You know what I mean? You gonna come out 4 years later?
What exactly been done?
Yeah.
Now, did you see how he did that pivot? He went from saying they have a point, I feel the same way, to saying we need to move the conversation forward. But he doesn't say to move it forward to giving black people what we've been demanding. Instead, he just says we need to move forward to talk about what's at stake. In other words, let's move on. Yeah, you've given us your objections. We've heard it. Now let's move on. That's literally the same old shop-worn DNC sloganeering that we get every 4 years. This is the most important election of our lifetimes, they say. The most important election in human history, they say. We heard that in 1988, then in 1992, and 96, and 2000, and 2004, and 2008, and 2016, and in 2020, and we're hearing it again now. This guy is trying to lead us back to the treadmill to nowhere and have us running in circles again. Some of you will go for it because some people are shills and plants around here. They're easy to spot. But those of you with an IQ higher than your shoe size will be able to see through the scam regardless. This clown is part of the DNC's Get Out the Black Vote effort. Because at no point does Tinkerbell here actually say what Democrats have done for us. Did you notice that? He just wallpapers right over that, blows right past it. It doesn't really matter. What matters is what's at stake. None of these DNC plants can ever say what Biden has actually done for black people. Well, I can tell you all about the broken promises that Biden made 4 years ago. The White House level police accountability commission that he had promised during the 2020 election. As soon as they called the election for Biden, he immediately said that he suddenly realized he didn't have time for that. And well, Congress ought to handle it. But even if I were stupid enough to seriously think that he ever wanted a congressional level police accountability commission, he never mentioned it to Nancy Pelosi. And he never mentioned any of that at the State of the Union addresses. In 4 years, he hasn't done that. Keep in mind, the State of the Union address is where presidents always present the policy ideas that they really want to pressure Congress to pass. But he didn't say a word about a police accountability commission or how Congress needs to establish one. And then there was the George Floyd Policing Act, which also went nowhere, though Biden did make sure to give the thugs in blue hundreds of millions of dollars by misdirecting COVID funds, appropriating COVID money to police departments. Now, he didn't do what he did with the 94 crime bill and use that federal money as leverage to compel police departments to change their policies, end qualified immunity, punish cops severely for misconduct, stop hiring police who bounce from one police agency to another. He didn't do that. Instead, he just forked over hundreds of millions of dollars with no strings attached. This was rewarding those criminals for their barbarism. And who can forget how the Biden administration, in an unprecedented move, he sent his Solicitor General to the Supreme Court, the Trump-appointed Supreme Court, in a case that the federal government wasn't even involved in. And yet Biden sent his Solicitor General to the Supreme Court to interject his view that the police shouldn't face civil liability when they intentionally violate someone's Miranda rights. And then there was Biden's so-called Lift Every Voice plan, which he and Kamala couldn't even define what that was. It was basically just a list of the same old empty DNC talking points about economic change and social justice. Well, there was no change and no justice and no Lift Every Voice plan either for the last 4 years. Biden didn't even have the decency to announce that he was dropping that pathetic canard. He just stopped talking about it. And the white media and these black bootlicks, they let him get away with it. These are just a few of Biden's broken promises. But Sweet Cheeks here didn't say a word about them because we're making demands. This guy's job is to get us off of that. First, by making a phony, pathetic pretense that he agrees with us.
I hear you. I feel you. I do this work every day. And there are days that I wake up and I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I'm feeling this, right?
This is how these sellout Negroes have always carried water for massa. I know yous is weary and tired of massa's lies and broken promises. Well, I's is weary too now. I want.
All right, look. Let's get the real deal here.
Damn, Joe Biden is cold, dude.
His name is Cliff Albright. Look him up. Here with Black Voters Matter Fund. Okay, Black Lives Matter ain't nothing but really Black Lives Matter reincorporated. That's all it is. As a matter of fact, the Black Lives Matter lady, Helena Dula, just lost a case with I think the LAPD over SWAT incident. So, yeah, that's the one that said she wanted to queer out the black community, Melina Abdullah. Yeah, she just lost a case the other day. As a matter of fact, BLM and the Tides Foundation is fighting over who's supposed to get the money. These nonprofits starting to get into a little bit of a canal here. Now, a lot of things going on there. I'm going to show you something about Cornel West. He talking about he wanted Wells Fargo role in slavery. I said, wait a minute, how you going to talk about you protesting Wells Fargo when Wells Fargo gave NWB $50 million donation? How you going to do that?
But they gave who a $50 million? Who?
The
NAACP?
NAACP, man. Yeah, a couple of years ago. Matter of fact, when he just did the other day? Yeah, well, yeah, he's been out on the run lately. Yeah, he had a rally in New York. Matter of fact, one thing they were talking about is Wells Fargo. I thought I could put it up on YouTube, but I had to go to the article for it. But he talked about this a couple of days ago. So yeah, so that goes. Oh yeah. So let's put up one last thing for the night here. Phone line's still open, but get out of here shortly. Look, check this out, y'all. Watch this. I'm going to show you something right here. Because a lot of restaurants are closing, man. Pizza Hut.
I know.
Oh, here it is. I can pull this up. Yeah, here we go. This is more easy. I ain't got to go through all that. Here you go.
What do you call a fake pizza? Are your favorite restaurant chains on the brink of collapse? Join us as we uncover the shocking truth behind the demise of the 10 biggest restaurant chains in 2024. Before we start, make sure to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. Today, we're diving into the turbulent world of the restaurant industry, where some of the biggest chains are facing unprecedented challenges. Stay tuned to find out which beloved eateries are struggling to survive in 2024. Let's take a closer look at the 10 biggest restaurant chains that are collapsing this year. 10. Red Lobster. Despite being known as a popular spot for seafood enthusiasts, Red Lobster is encountering rough waters in 2024. The reasons behind its downturn are quite diverse. People's tastes are shifting. There's more competition around and are grappling with operational issues. As a result, sales are dropping and the debt keeps piling up, leaving Red Lobster fighting to keep its head above water. It's tough out there for them, and they're really feeling the pinch. With so many hurdles to overcome, it's no wonder they're struggling to stay in the game. Hopefully, they can find a way to navigate through these challenges and come out stronger on the other side. But for now, things are looking pretty stormy for Red Lobster. Let's hope they can weather this storm and come out stronger. 9. Hard Rock Cafe. Hard Rock Cafe, famous for its rocking vibes and walls adorned with memorabilia, is going through a tough patch. Once a go-to spot for diners, the chain now faces challenges like fewer customers, hefty expenses, and a trend toward healthier eating. Even though it's an iconic brand, Hard Rock Cafe is struggling to bounce back to its former greatness. It's like they're playing a tough tune, but the audience isn't dancing along as much as before. The vibrant atmosphere that once drew crowds now seems quieter. Those walls, once buzzing with excitement, now echo with the struggles of the business. Foot traffic, once bustling, now trickles in like an amplifier turned up too high, are drowning out the profits. But Hard Rock Cafe isn't giving up just yet. Like a classic rock band gearing up for a comeback tour, they're determined to reclaim their place in the spotlight. They're shaking things up, trying new strategies to lure customers back in. 8. Hooters. Hooters, known for its signature wings, chilled beer, and famously dressed servers, is navigating choppy waters amid the #MeToo movement. The chain's image, often criticized for its overt sexualization and lack of inclusivity, has caused a stir among customers. This has resulted in a drop in sales and a barrage of negative attention. Recent figures indicate a noticeable decline in revenue, with sales plummeting by 15% over the past year alone. Additionally, surveys reveal that 60% of patrons feel uncomfortable with the restaurant's traditional branding. To address these challenges, Hooters is embarking on a bold rebranding journey. This initiative aims to modernize the restaurant's image while promoting diversity and inclusivity. Notably, Hooters has pledged to increase the representation of women and minorities among its staff by 30% within the next 2 years. 7. Olive Garden. Olive Garden, known for its Italian delights, is facing tough times in 2024. Once adored by fans of Italian cuisine, the restaurant is now grappling to keep its charm alive. The shift towards delivery and takeout has hit Olive Garden hard as its traditional dine-in model struggles to adapt. Recent data reveals a significant drop in foot traffic with a staggering 20% decline in dine-in customers over the past year. This decline has been exacerbated by Olive Garden's failure to innovate its menu offerings, with many patrons expressing dissatisfaction with the lack of exciting new dishes. In response to these challenges, Olive Garden is exploring new strategies to revitalize its brand. The restaurant is considering expanding its delivery and takeout options, with plans to partner with popular food delivery apps to reach a broader audience. 6. TGI Fridays. TGI Fridays, famous for its laid-back vibe and tasty cocktails, is encountering challenges in the foreseeable future. The restaurant's old-fashioned style and menu choices aren't connecting well with the younger crowd, causing fewer people to visit. This drop in customers is causing worry for the chain as it tries different ways to update its look and feel. In recent surveys, it was found that nearly 70% of customers between the ages of 18 to 35 preferred dining at trendy, modern eateries rather than traditional spots like TGI Fridays. This shift in preferences has left TGI Fridays scrambling to find ways to appeal to this younger demographic. One approach the chain is considering is revamping its decor to
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
How you knuckleheads doing tonight?
I guess I'm doing fine. Who is this, man? How you doing?
You guys are some suckers.
What?
Who was
You
that?
heard me?
Why you say that?
You guys love Trump so much, huh?
I don't love nobody. What are you talking about?
Who is this? Who is
Hello?
you?
You love
Who
Trump?
is that?
You didn't hear me say that. I ain't
Who
say
is
that
this
about no
guy?
Donald Trump. What are you talking about, dude? I don't know.
Who's this grown ass man
man?
talking about who we gonna vote for and not gonna vote for? What are
Why
you
you
talking
asking
about?
me where I live, man? Hey, man,
This dude's a troll, man. This motherfucker's
Let's have a
trolling.
conversation.
So you guys vote for Trump?
You out here
Man,
me
what
say
does
I
it
vote
matter
for
who we
nobody.
voting for, man? What does that matter? Who we vote for, what does that matter? What really does that matter? They already gonna select the president anyway. What does that matter who we gonna vote for?
I thought this was actually somebody else's car. Where you from, man? Texas, man? You from Dallas, ain't it, man? I got you.
Who is this dude, man?
I don't know. What's the deal, man?
Some guys are un-American.
Who is this?
Are you trolling, man? I would hang up on him. That motherfucker trolling. That motherfucker full of shit. He's full of shit. That's who he is.
What? Let me look.
I am the #1 American patriot. What about you?
It's got to be somebody playing my live, man. Hold on a minute. Let me see something.
Yeah, he playing games.
Man, hey, Shaq, man, get off this line, man. I had to go look up. No, it's Shaq playing on the phone, man. Come on, man. Yeah.
Is it really?
No, it's Shaq, man. He called me from his own number. No, it's Shaq, man. Yeah, it's Shaq, man. No, it's Shaq, man. He playing on the phone, man. That was Shaq calling me from 972 number.
Wow.
I had to look at the area code.
Hey man, who was that nut, man? I was just about to get back to the mic. Who was that nut to call? I heard him in the back. Who?
That was you, wasn't it?
No, he said he was the what did he say, he was the great American patriot or something, huh?
Man, come on, man. Look, man. You know I had to go look at my goddamn phone, right? Come on, man. I had to go look at the number. I said, hold on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that shit no more, man. Don't do no shit like that.
What you need?
Hey, this number not.
Hey, but it really do be like that though. There be black motherfuckers that be acting like that, like, oh, who you voting for? Like, they really be tripping like that, bro. Like,
and that's how to be trolling.
You know, look at
motherfuckers really.
Hey, look, but the good thing about me, luckily, I went through my contacts in my other phone to see. Let me see. Then I said this in Dallas, Texas. I said I don't know nobody from Dallas, Texas outside of you with this number. So I said, let me figure it out. But see, but you could have got me with the game. But I ain't gonna look at the other number. No, that's him, man. That's all right. All right, look. Anybody that really want to call in, seriously call in this time, man. I wasn't expecting
this dude right here. So you voting for Trump? You voting for Trump? Yeah. Hey, they really do be acting like that, man. Like,
yeah, that's funny.
Oh boy.
Yeah, what the fuck? But look, let's talk about this thing that's going on right now with all these restaurant chains closing. What do you think about this?
What's Dawson say hilarious? Hey Dawson, I try to shake him up a little bit, man. I try to get him off the edge of their seat, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You gonna when it comes to me, I'm gonna go check my contacts to find out who it is most of the time. So that's one thing I'm gonna do. Find out whether it's a game or not. You should have used another number. You might would have got me the whole way. But no, I said let me go look at my other number right quick. But yeah, I'm looking at this thing right here. I'm looking at. Hey, look, one time the CDC did call my phone one time. So, you know. All right, this might
somebody
be
said that's the CIA. Somebody said that's the CIA.
Hey,
who is this Monel? Who?
Well, no, I looked at my contacts and found out who this Dallas, Texas number. That's why I said, no, I said, you ain't give me all the way. I said, let me look and see, because I realized the area code. I won't look in the area code at first. Yeah, but what's going on?
We all need a good laugh.
No, it's all good.
With all the craziness going on in the world.
What you think? What you think about all this craziness going on? Do women get these BBLs? they telling you that it's better for your health and all. When they said men like the BBL more and all that other stuff. Like,
damn, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why they doing all that. No, they don't have no money to really get them, so they going to places like that. And somebody, I mean, that's a bit extreme. Are they going over to the Dominican Republic or the other countries getting it done versus getting here with a real plastic surgeon? I mean, you shouldn't be doing it if you can't afford it.
Yeah,
why put yourself at risk? But I don't. I mean, what are the brothers saying about the BBLs? Because I don't hear them saying they want a woman with a BBL.
Hey, yo, shut up, damn Frank. Shaq, this shit crazy. But I'm gonna say this. And also, we looked up. I said, let me go look at the BBL. Then we looked at the eyelash industry. Eyelash industry worth $1.3 billion by 2024. It'll be worth 3.3. So
don't nobody know long-term side effects of that neither. With all that glue and stuff. Who knows long-term side effects of that may affect your vision later on?
Well, my girl, Miss Crockett, she don't know the long-term effects neither, but she
look crazy, man. She do
look crazy, don't it, man?
Like, I mean, but you know what? See, the thing is, she probably doing it. She ain't probably with a brother, man. She probably with somebody that don't. You know what I mean? Because the real brother's gonna be like, that shit's played out. It's getting played out.
Ain't nobody messing with that motherfucker, man.
You know, she probably messing with an Asian dude or white dude or something.
She got it good, and you know how she got it. She couldn't even clap back. You know, when you grow up, you start ranking on another person, and another person come right back at you with something fly. It took her, 20-30 minutes to come back and say that. That's why I said somebody texted that to her. Talking about beach blonde, bush back. No, she got you. But the white folks used to say. I mean, I'm sorry, the old folks used to say. Don't get them white folks nothing to talk about you.
Yeah,
the weave bad and high lashes, now body. Yeah.
Yep. Because hey, look.
But we know that's the new boule. This the new, they new boule. They trying to put, and it just ain't working. And Angela Taylor, lie, whatever you call it, and Tiffany Crowd, they know they time is up.
The new glue. They the new glue. Huh?
Yeah.
They just like Amanda Seals. They
Yep, the
How
new
you
glue
feel about
lay.
Gail King telling Lenny Kravitz? Gail King telling Lenny Kravitz, she like, you got a girlfriend, I want to beat her. Can I beat her ass? I'm like, yo, come on, man. Are you serious?
Krugers are always on fire. The Krugers, she might still get some action with her old husband if she want to let Oprah in the field. She wouldn't have to be worried about that.
I said, Nicki Minaj getting arrested in Amsterdam. I said, these clowns going on the day on the chain, right?
That shit look kind of scripted though, man.
I know it did.
That probably was all orchestrated. And that's what about her BBL that Meek Mills talks about? Her she got lopsided.
That shit got played like a mother.
I'm about to play. Hey, look. Hey, look, man, Shaq. I'm about to play your video. Another clone named Kelly Rowland in a minute with her gold blonde wig. She don't put on her daggone hair. I said, these people, man, Dawson. I'm telling you, it's a self-esteem complex going on around here. I'm just sitting there laughing my ass over there. I said, these people getting real.
Look like a fool with that gold hair.
Vivica Fox said she want what? A partner.
D-list actors and musicians and artists.
But
they lose the control of the narrative. That's what it is. They lose the control.
So look, we started off talking about the new variant called the flirt variant in California. Then I got to these teachers in Houston where they're getting laid off. Matter of fact, a lot of teachers getting laid off in the country. This is last week in school in Virginia. A lot of teachers not coming back to work next year. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah,
interesting.
they laying them out here in Houston because he claimed that people who wasn't with his program, he was getting rid of them. Which you could do that because Texas is a wife for work state, but like I told my younger brother who was on the chopping block as a principal, I said, I don't want to hear nothing about the state coming in because that is true. You can't keep allowing students to fail. All the school board had to do was vote to put extra funds in those failing schools, and we want to be here. Man, they sell it. Look, the Indians and the Mexicans sold the district out. And everybody who's been on that board, they all on to their next political position. It was never about those kids. If you look, majority of them people up that's on that board, they on to their next political position. They just used the school board to catapult their political career. They never cared about those kids. They never cared.
The school board is a bureaucracy.
Yeah, but they need to rid of the U.S. Department of Education. They need to rid of some damn teachers union. And they need to bring in school choice because BJ pulled up the data on that. That's why Florida ranks #1. But you got 31 other states who have school choice also who's performing better.
Now I'm gonna say something else. What else did I put up one time? Who is the Department of Education? No. It's Randy Weingartner, the one. But what does Randy Weingartner classify as? Oh, I thought it.
That's the J-E to the W.
Yes.
But,
so who in the head? So when you got them in control.
Is that the ones that had those grocery stores? The ones?
I don't know about no grocery store. Randy Weingartner is the U.S. Teachers Union president. But you're right, it is a J.
Oh, he was.
It's it's a daggone lesbian.
Well, are you surprised?
They look, man.
Once they get rid of them, the U.S. Department of Education was started by Jimmy Carter. Why? Because the teachers supported him.
That's right. That's right. And they've been paying for it ever since.
And his education been down here since.
You had Obama race to the top. Every child succeeds, which means every child fails.
Oh, man. Every time I get rid of standardized tests, he turned every child left behind, every child succeeds. Don't you see how they play us? Look at the wordplay on that. And every child left behind, all right. Every child succeeds.
I say every child fails.
There you go.
But
I always think of the opposite with these mofos. Yeah, they
They weren't left behind.
You got to educate them. Well, my son graduated.
Yep.
He made it. But that's what a lot of parental involvement. That's what I tell people. As all culture people, when we're gonna start unifying and have more parental involvement. But great show as usual, BJ. I don't mean to
No, you good. Yep. I'm gonna play these two things.
Frank and Chak.
You good.
Congratulations
Just
to
stick
your
around
son,
for probably about 10, 15 more minutes. Stick around about 10, 15 more minutes. Because I'm gonna play this one, Kelly Rowland, and then I'm gonna play about the Zora Sanders. Go ahead. No, Frank,
I think all you cracker jackets is going to jail.
He said he think all you cracker jackets is going to jail. That's what he said. He's joking today, but yeah, let me get to America's most unwanted. Kelly Rowland is America's most unwanted.
Okay, BJ.
Because I'm not gonna, because I'm laughing at this shit. I said, yo, I ain't know this was a circus clown or a clone. I think these people getting cloned, man. Biblical Fox. I couldn't even realize who the hell I couldn't realize who Biblical Fox was. Who Biblical Fox?
I didn't know that was her. Unless she just keeps having all them botched plastic surgery, that Botox and just rotting and dried up in her face. I don't know.
All right, well, let me.
Crazy,
all right,
man.
Justin, I got it. But yeah, just I'm gonna get to it.
Okay,
She like got an old clay face.
Now, Justin,
the shit from Batman, Clayface.
now Justin Warner, I think you might have missed what I was saying, but I'm gonna be cool about it, Justin. You
What
know,
happened?
Justin Warner, thanks for the chat, but
Somebody in
can
the
I
chat?
talk about the restaurant? Basically, I played the restaurant, right? What I was saying, a lot of these restaurant chains are closing. What is it? Fuddruckers, Pizza Hut, Red Lobster, Cracker Barrel closing, Old Country Store, and everything like that. So what's going on is they're closing these restaurants because they're filing bankruptcy and the restaurant prices have gone up. Everything has gone up. And there's going to be a retail collapse as well. So when you have a retail collapse and you have restaurant chains, that means your economy is in the toilet. Okay? That's what it means. It means the economy is in the toilet. That's what it means. So, I mean, it's not hard to figure this out. Burger King is closing restaurants. They've been closing. Bojangles up the street. There was some Bojangles up the street I was at yesterday. Matter of fact, a guy from the Latter-day Saints came to me and talked to me, and he's like, man, do you want to come to church? I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? I was on the phone with Chak, matter of fact. I said, man, the guy said, you want to come to church? I said, no, man, I'm good. I said, where you from, man? He's like, I'm from the church of Latter-day Saints. I said, where y'all at? I said, wait, man, I told Chak, these guys on the wrong side of town. They about 20 minutes out of their area. He was like, yeah, it's only two of us around this store right now. They were sitting
That's the
outside the
Mormons,
road,
though.
man. I said, come on.
Ain't
I
that the
know.
Mormons? Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think that might be them.
Yeah, that's them.
They was at that store for some reason. They're right around the corner of my house, man. So, yo, what the hell going on right here? But that's the way it is. But let me get to this right quick.
Drama at the Cannes Film Festival this year in France, playing out not on the silver screen, but on the red carpet.
The woman knows what happened. I know what happened.
The iconic steps leading into the festival, several stars clashing with ushers who tried to rush them along. Kelly Rowland appearing to scold a festival employee after she and several other ushers tried to hurry the former Destiny's Child singer up the stairs. Just one day later, that same usher stopping Dominican actress Maciel Taveras before the premiere of The Count of Monte Cristo, preventing her from unfurling a show-stopping train which featured an image of Jesus. Taveras appearing to defy the usher, pushing her away from entering the venue, later posting a photo on Instagram showing the full dress on display indoors. Ryan Abrillo, a photographer who captured that video of Taveras, has covered the Cannes Film Festival for years.
You could just describe what you saw this year at the film festival that was different than last year.
It's aggressive. Aggressive. It's completely different. I just told you I've been filming, taking photographs since 10 years. But this year, 2024, is completely different. It's aggressive.
He says he noticed 2 to 3 celebrities per day being handled aggressively.
I have a boundary, and I stand by those boundaries, and that is it.
Rowland standing by her actions and appearing to suggest race may have played a role.
And there were other women that attended that carpet that did not quite look like me, and they didn't get there, scolded or pushed off or told to get off. And I stood my ground, and she felt like she had to stand hers, but I stood my ground.
Taveras showing her support for Rowland on Instagram, writing, "I didn't know that happened to you first. I was very impressed how calm and genteel you were, because in my case, I was tired of the abuse." And now video emerging showing Korean actress and former K-pop star Yoona hurried along by the same security guard on May 19th. Yoona apparently taken by surprise. The Cannes Film Festival and the 3 celebrities involved have not returned NBC's request for comment.
Stephen joins us now. You know, this story has interested me because there's so much chatter about it online. There are, I've heard some people say, a lot of rules for walking any red carpet. Are there rules? Is this a scenario where they just weren't enforcing them in the past?
Well, from what I can tell, Cannes actually has a pretty strict red carpet rule set. I'm not a red carpet expert, but here.
Yeah, so that was about Kelly Rowland.
Oh, you stopped it when he about to give us the rules. What the hell?
Oh, let me go. Oh, It was
Yeah,
all
he's about to
over.
give us the rules. Yeah, I want to hear with the rules. I mean, because
I mean,
she
it
come
had
up,
been
she
like
want to
10
cross
seconds.
racism,
But
but obviously they
Drama
ain't doing
at the
it.
Can turned NBC.
So much chatter about it online. There are, I've heard some people say, a lot of rules for walking any red carpet. Are there rules? Is this a scenario where they just weren't enforcing them in the past?
Well, from what I can tell, Cannes actually has a pretty strict red carpet rule set. I'm not a red carpet expert, but here it certainly seems like there are a large set of rules. Particularly in 2018, they banned selfies. Now, that is not actually for celebrities. It seems more that's for regular people, normal humans. They slowed things down, stopping and trying to get good selfies because the celebrities are getting plenty of photos on their own. But they also, back in 2016, there was a ban requiring women to wear high heels. There was a ban on flat shoes for women, and that outraged quite a few people. Julia Roberts actually went barefoot to the film festival that year, seen as sort of a protest against it. But it seems like as red carpets go, this is one of the stricter ones out there.
Stephen Romo, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and.
Yep. So
Man,
that's
these
that.
celebrities, they don't like to follow the rules, man. Hey, look here, man. You got to follow the rules and regulations, man.
Man.
Get your ass on across this goddamn red carpet. There's 100 people. They probably a small venue while they're doing it. Probably ain't a big venue trying to get people, usher people all along.
You know, and we can't see nothing. I can't see nothing.
Everybody, young girl, announcing sorority.
Comments, and thank you for sharing to tear down the Delta Sigma Theta sorority, because many of you have brought up some good points in your comments. And the most prevailing question that has come up is, what is the ethnicity of this young lady and why did they let her in the first place? Now, this goes to the heart of Black America, because we keep saying we need to gatekeep our culture. We need to gatekeep our culture. Now, this young lady was not forced into this organization. Her mentor said that she spent 2 years talking to her, which means she spent 2 years trying to get into Delta Sigma Theta at Howard University. Let me explain something about Howard University. Alpha Kappa Alpha and Delta Sigma Theta were founded at Howard University. So you might say the chapters at Howard are the flagship chapters of both sororities. Howard University is in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is surrounded by some of the most affluent Black communities in the United States. Many of them send their children to Howard, their daughters and sons to Howard. Our sororities have what we call legacies, just like Harvard University has legacies about who can get in. Well, we have legacies too. So if your mother or grandmother pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha anywhere, then if her daughter wants to join, then she will be considered a legacy. So we like to take the legacies into our sorority because it keeps them years in the sorority before your daughter can become a legacy. But even so, to be fair, the sororities, sometimes in these big universities like at Fisk and Howard and Spelman, there are so many legacies at those schools that the sorority had to make, that these sororities, to be fair, said, we're going to take so many legacies, and then we're going to take girls who are new to the sorority, whose parents weren't in the sorority, to the point that sometimes the legacies have to wait until they're seniors before they can be initiated. That's to be fair to the other students, because they may be the first in their family to go to college, for that matter, but they want to be in the sorority. So we have to give them a chance to be in the sorority too. Now, I'm saying this to say that if you waited, if somebody had to mentor you for 2 years, you're probably not a legacy. But that person mentored you and you showed enough interest that your mentor was able to write a letter of recommendation for you. So she didn't just want all of a sudden one day decide to join Delta Sigma Theta. She went through a process, and we need to get this. People who are open-minded need to understand this. She went through a 2-year process to get in that sorority. And then 30 days later, Jesus told her not only did she need to denounce the sorority, but that she needed to go public with it and tell as much as she could about the sorority. And anybody that doesn't see this as a concerted effort to smear that sorority and try to tear down something that Black American women built, then you don't want to see it. Mother is Asian, and with the last name Sanders, her father is probably a Black American, maybe a Black American. He may not even be a Black American. We know about the problems of biracial children, especially Black men's biracial children. The biracial children of white women and Black men have been all over social media talking about how their family members, how their white family members hate Black people. This girl is Asian and something, maybe. We know the problems that Asians have with Black people, or that Black people have with Asians. That whole crime bill that the Asians got was built on the fact that Black people were committing crimes against Asians. We know that's a lie, but that's how they got the bill passed. So for all we know, this girl could have had some kind of an agenda like that to get back at Black people, because she's definitely trying to tear that sorority down. And I want to end with this. I want to say this to all of the denouncers and all of the people.
So look, let me say this. Let's say this. That girl was the woman I told you about that said that the sorority, that they were praying to other gods and had rituals and things like that. That's why she denounced. That's what happened. But the woman is right on the video that she is kind of like Asian looking, and usually Deltas actually is a little bit darker than this. Just putting it
But
down right there. But
she's right. They slipped up because they should have been the thorough background check on that, and they should have vetted that situation thoroughly. Because she said that's their fault. You said they mentored whoever, somebody mentored her for 2 years. Man, that sounds like a mother. That sounds like some agent shit. That sounds like she was there to be an agent or something. Come in and spy. You got to be mentored for 2 years, and then y'all should have checked their background. Should have definitely been checked. Like, why you want to be a part of this sorority? This is mainly blah 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 this, blah 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 that. Why?
Drama.
Why you want to be a part of this? What's your reason?
3 people are dead after 3 separate shootings,
You know what I mean?
across.
yeah, well, you're right. I mean, it just looked crazy, but she did come out and speak out against it, which, you know, it is what it is.
They got to do more vetting. Then
They say they
got to tighten their shit up and do more vetting. Shit. So y'all trying to be all inclusive, but y'all trying to be all inclusive. This is the problem. Every time when you try to open your culture up to other individuals, man, and you get bit in your butt.
Hey,
and they don't open up to you. Open up to you like that. These Asians don't open up nothing to y'all. The Koreans, Japanese, Chinese, Taiwanese, the mixed Mongoloids and the Mexican mix. They ain't opening up nothing for you. Make you join the next.
Kamala Harris, man. Kamala Harris, prime example. And that's my last video tonight right here, Frank. I don't know if it's a sign, but it could be real. We'll see what happens. I got signed.
Philadelphia. They happened yesterday, and police say they all happened within the span of 45 minutes. NBC 10's Leah Uko is live in the newsroom with more. Leah?
We're at 33
Tracy,
already.
Investigators tell us that they found the gun at one of the crime scenes, but as of right now, they haven't arrested anybody or determined a motive for any of these shootings that took place over nearly a 12-hour time span.
He's a provider for his family. A good dude, man.
We're learning about Devin Harris. The 34-year-old was a father, a friend, and SEPTA employee. Friends tell us they don't know why Harris was gunned down Sunday night on the 4900 block of Rohrer Street in Kensington.
He was just a good man, like a good man, like played basketball, one of the best in this neighborhood. We just talking trash the other day, and I'm like, yeah, he was probably one of the best in this neighborhood. Like, love working out, love lifting weights. We all love competition with each other, like just that brotherhood.
Home security video recorded the sound of several shots firing off, this white car reversing the whole time. Moments later, we can see two people running away. A neighbor described they
came back to enjoy themselves with their families and their old neighbors. One gentleman stuck around a little later after he sent his family home, only to be murdered at the corner of the block. I think the violence was targeted towards someone else, and he was caught in the crossfire.
From Sunday night to this morning, police responded to 6 separate shootings. The 2500 block of Sartain Street, 2100 block of 18th Street, 10th and Thompson Streets, and just before 11 at night in Strawberry Mansion. Police say a 23-year-old man was shot to death on the corner of Cumberland and Stanley Streets. And on the 2900 block of Wishart Street, a 55-year-old woman died after someone shot her in the head.
Given the proximity of the person firing, or at least the spent shell casing, to where the victim collapsed, it does appear that she may have been targeted.
Neighbors say the woman, known as Tanya, was a lifelong resident on the block and was involved in a heated argument with a person who pulled out a gun to solve the conflict.
Like, she wasn't that type of person. Like, she was cool. She was collective. You could talk to her about anything. You might argue with her from time to time because that's how she is. She's an aggressive talker. You know what I mean? But once you get to know her, you know she's not that type of person.
As of now, investigators haven't determined a single motive for any of these shootings. Communities across the city once again frustrated for families having to mourn lives continuously cut short by gun violence.
Can't break that bond. He always gonna be our brother, always, forever. It's just sad that nonsense like this always happen to innocent people.
Well, according to Philadelphia police, the number of shooting incidents and victims across the city has gone down year over year. If you compare May of last year to May of this year, almost a 50% drop. In regards to Devin Harris's death, police are offering a $20,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest and a conviction. Johnny, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Leah Uko live for us in the newsroom. Leah, thank you.
Step into Wix Studio, the web platform for agencies and enterprises.
And fast food.
Oh yeah. You know what, Justin Warner? You still there? I'm gonna play this video because you did ask somebody food restaurant. I'm gonna play one more video. You know what? I'm gonna play this one.
It's usually a quick treat or an inexpensive meal for students, but now it's becoming a luxury item. Prices are just through the roof with little relief in sight. So Kelsey's back breaking it all down for us. I've noticed it. I mean, I can remember the dollar menus. That's a thing of the past. That was $5 menus.
You know, Anna, I feel like you can't even go to Chick-fil-A for less than $20. It's so expensive to do anything fast food. And so according to a new survey, nearly 80% of people see fast food as an indulgence. And it really makes sense when you break it down because McDonald's Big Mac, it's now more than $8, when just a few years ago, it was half that price. So according to Finance Buzz, it says that prices at McDonald's have more than doubled 100% since 2014. Popeye's prices have jumped by 86%. Taco Bell doing the same, up more than 80%. And at Subway, there's no longer a 5-foot long for $5. These prices have even outpaced inflation. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says that fast food prices have even climbed faster than grocery store prices. In a new survey by Lending Tree, they interviewed 2,000 people, and nearly 80% of people say fast food is a luxury. More than 60% say they've cut back on eating fast food because of the prices. Now, many of those surveyed say that they see it as an indulgence because they're struggling financially, especially those making less than $30,000 a year. Now, these franchises blame inflation for the rise in prices. In fact, ever since President Joe Biden took office, the cost of eating out is up 22%. We are all feeling it. It also doesn't help that California has now increased its minimum wage to $20 an hour. So we reached out to a franchise consultant who said that robots serving us will be the way of the future.
Primarily robotics technology to start replacing people. You're already seeing it with the kiosk ordering in a number of the different locations that are out there. And if you call that in front of the line, behind the line where the food is being made, that's the next thing that you're going to see. Robotic burger flipping, robotic fries, and so on.
And Anna, it's also really interesting to point out that sales is also down for a lot of these fast food companies. So what they're doing, McDonald's is bringing back its $5 menu. Wendy's has its $3 breakfast items. It's expensive. And I think about, I'm just one individual, $20 going to a fast food restaurant is too much, but you're a family of four.
Yeah,
I can imagine the cost.
And I have a good job, and I even think about it every time I go to Chick-fil-A too. I was just telling you, I like to get an adult meal instead of 2 kids meals, save some cash there. And they don't need the toy and the ice cream anyway.
I get it. It's too
I guess we all
expensive.
need to eat vegetables.
Yeah.
You know what? Mama said you got to eat more vegetables.
Try eating at home, but that's even expensive as well.
I totally agree with you, but you know, we've got to use some tips, like go to the farmer's market, buy in season, and don't buy too much because then it ends up going bad anyway.
Yeah, she's right.
But yeah, fast food out of control. Kelsey, thanks for that.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. Also, don't.
Damn.
Well, that's that. I mean, that was very interesting. Just a lot of things going on, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of things ain't right. Trying to fix it, but it's gonna take a long time to fix a lot of these things. These problems cannot be fixed overnight as we thought. But through time, we can fix it. We can fix a lot of things, but people just got to get on board. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not. It's just the way it goes. You know, they don't fail for the glitz and the glamour, the BBLs and eyelashes and the tattoos and everything else involved. So, it's what it is. Shit happens, man. But you got to figure it out. That's what I try to do. Try to make sense of this stuff. Even I can't make sense of this shit, though. This shit is funky. But nevertheless, go ahead and shout out your information, bro.
Man, shoot, man. Good show again, man. You know what I'm saying? Informative information. Y'all feel me? Yeah, we gotta stay, on these people's necks, man. And just like even how Chak was playing earlier with the who'd you vote for thing, man. That's real in our community, man. People really want to vilify you and really act, judge you and act a certain way towards you, or act like it's gonna benefit their life or their lives by who you vote for as president is really strange, bro. And these are older people too that act like that. I don't know, man. That was just getting, we're just brainwashed as people, man. We're brainwashed into thinking that the stuff and the priorities that we should be focused on are the priorities we should focus on, which we shouldn't be focused on. You know what I'm saying? And the priorities that we should be focused on, we're not focused on. So it's crazy, man. But yeah, y'all can catch me at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube, XX Frank Nitty XX Instagram, and then Frank Jones 8115 on Instagram. All right. Yeah, salute, man.
All right, Shaq, what you got, man?
You'll never find. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a lot going on, man. It's crazy out here, man. I mean, BBL's blowing up on chick. Man, you ain't played the video, man. With the BBL blowing up on the chick, man. BBL catching on fire. You couldn't find it?
Because I had it way down the list.
I was way down the list?
Yeah, it was way back on my Facebook page. I just played videos and things, and most of the things I had today, and the rest of the stuff I can remember in my head.
Somebody BBL caught on fire. What happened?
Yeah, man. In the car. Look, in the car. Like
I didn't know about that, man. What happened?
Yeah, she playing with BBL caught on fire. Like the heated seats made her BBL catch on fire. Something got too hot and made her BBL catch on fire.
That shit is wild, dude.
You see that? Hold on a minute. See if I got it on tablet or something. I know I got it somewhere.
I didn't see the video. I just seen the dude talking about it.
Yeah, it was kind of wild, man.
That's burnt out. That shit caught on fire. What kind of chemicals that BBL got in that motherfucker, man? Shit.
Damn. Flammable. Oh, just imagine if she had gas, boy. She probably would have blew us. She probably would have blew the back off that mother, boy.
Wow.
Oh man, that's wild. That's a freak accident there. Sheesh.
That's a bad way to go out to.
You know, that shit is crazy, bro.
Bad way to go out.
Man, that's crazy, man. So she was running down the street, butt on fire, man. Damn, Frank.
Hey, man.
Yeah, but y'all can catch your boy, man, on the Instagram, Nitty Shaq _ Edwards, and on Facebook, Shaq Edwards. Check me out, Shaq Waller on YouTube.
It's a bad way to go out, man. Be prepared, man. Yeah, catch me KingBJ.com, KingBJ Johnson, Bernard 1121 Instagram, 1987 BJ1 Twitter. Just putting this out there, man. A lot of things going on. People better get their heads ready. Stop falling from that and tailpipe. Because it's gonna be we're getting into summer months now. It's gonna be a lot of things. They talk about all these killings in Chicago today. So I already knew what time it was.
Oh man, you didn't bring up the water thing with the 1.9 billion water bottles that they
I'm gonna get so the FDA
sure about that, Frank?
1.9.
How we know
1.9
brand?
Yeah, what brand?
Bottles of water. Probably But yeah,
Probably
they recall a
Nitty.
lot of water. So I'm gonna do a show talking about that because I gotta spend about 10-15 minutes talking about that. But y'all take your time. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Peace to the people in the chat, man, for tuning in, man. Hit the like and share button.
Y'all too. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Salute.
Yes, sir. Take your time.